Okay. Please don't mind my blocky appearance. But I'm feeling a little retro today for some reason. Yeah, okay, yeah. Minecraft, Steve, and Smash. We talked about that. We had a whole pre-stream about it. I'm done about that. We're talking about Miles Edgeworth Ace Attorney today. And we're continuing. Quick announcement, though. I'm spooky. It's October 1st, so my Halloween costume as an influencer, as a streamer, this year is to be vampire. Vampire. I'm Tommy Wiseau vampire. You can't tell, but I'm slightly melting. But yeah, that's my avatar this month. I'm very spooky. I'm Count Monocular. And yeah, we're continuing Miles Edgeworth today. Go away, vampire. Yeah. Last time, we investigated the Alabastion / Babali's embassy and found the body of ManokAdobo, the defendant, all the way back from the KG8 incident. What's going on? Are we tackling on a case that spans 7 years of mystery? It's Ace Attorney. So, yes, we proved Kay innocent, but looks like apparently there was an incident on the Alabastion side at the same time. So today, we're taking a look at that. Let's go. Woohoo! I'm not playing Mario today. What am I doing? Continue. Yes. Turnabout Ablaze. Middle. Part 1. Middle Part 1. Makes it sound like there's only like 2 parts left. No. March 14th, 7:44 p.m. Theatrum Neutralis lobby. Hope everybody's doing well, by the way. Hope everybody's getting their Halloween on. At least preparing for it. Wait a minute. There he is. Shilong. I knew he was here. Because we were told he was here. Count off! 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. I see we're counting in unary. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Shifu, 99 callouts. So all 99 members are most likely here and accounted for, sir. Either that or somebody called out twice. Probably should have been counting with real numbers. Hey, you. Yeah, you. The second number 1 from my right. Oh wait, that's actually encouraging and adorable. Shilong Lang, he's numbered all of his his lackeys, but they're all number 1. They're all the greatest. They're all equal. Sir, yes, sir. Here, a birthday present for you. What? You remembered his birthday too? This is amazing. Shifu, I didn't know that you knew all of our birthdays. Yeah, it's easy. I made sure that everyone I hired had the same birthday. Makes it easier to remember. Here, I have a giant sack of presents for all of you. What a kind heart you have! Shifu, you are more of a man than we'll ever be, sir. I'm really sorry, but it's not my birthday. Oops. Lang Z says, a cub who disrespects others soon feels the disciplinary bite of an elder. That present isn't for you. It's for your younger brother's wife's younger brother. Nice save. Tell him I said hi, and happy birthday, won't you? Yes, sir! Who wants to bet it's actually his birthday or not? Thank Twig, what's up? You made a pumpkin patch. I still haven't played the Animal Crossing update. Oh, it's gonna be so cute. I was debating whether or not to start it tonight. We'll see. If somehow this chapter of Ace Attorney Investigation only takes like 2 hours, I might do a little quick Animal Crossing segment after the stream and time travel so it's not like 11 p.m. Because I want to maximize my pumpkin count. That means I have to start planning them today, right? Hope you're well. Hope everybody's doing well. Yes, sir! Shifu, I can't believe you remembered that much about each of us. And their extended family. That's actually kind of creepy if it was true. I don't believe it, though. Also, yes, Minecraft Edgeworth is in the bottom. Deal with it. Shifu, I'm so moved that I can't stop crying. Also part of Lang Z's plot, he brought a whole bunch of cut onions over here. I should probably leave them to their alone time. All right, meeting's over. Everyone, head for your posts. Da-da-da-da. I don't know. Detective Bad still has a better theme, just saying. Yeah. Dismissed! Sir! 23 is number 1. In a lineup, nobody's given number 1 because that subconsciously primes people to pick you. Oh yeah? Well, Lang Z takes the opposite approach. Every single person is number 1. Every single person. That way everybody is ready, primed, attentive, 100%, all the time. I haven't really looked at what the whole candy and pumpkin situation is in Animal Crossing. I do know you can only buy, like, a candy every day, so I really have to at least buy one today. Maybe I will, like, go over time today. Hopefully I can get done with this chapter pretty soon. Yo, were you guys there this whole time? Depends on what you mean the whole time, not just the beginning of the universe. Don't get smart with me! Oh, I don't need to get smart, I am smart. I got a call from Sheena, and she's already filled me in. It sounds like you're out to get in my way again. I have absolutely no intention of interrupting your investigation. I simply request that you grant me permission to investigate the Alabastian embassy. And what if I say no?
Objection!
Then Francisca gives you the whip! Haha! Agent Lang, this man is my subordinate. As I have received permission from the ambassador, he is to be extended the same rights. Sorry, sis, but it's not that simple. Alabast has the strictest immigration regulations in the world, or didn't you know? It's like they're the complete opposite of Babao. Babao's like, come, here, coupons, tourism industry. Oh, and if we ever see Mr. Paleano again, I have a better voice for him. I realized I should have given him, like, that one guy at the beginning of Super Mario Sunshine. Come to wonderful Isle Delfino, with seafood buffets as far as the eye can see. Something like that. Because he's advertising the tourism industry. Get in your way, or you mean solve the crime for you again. Don't put words in my mouth. Oh, I'll just have you say the same words I was thinking. I'm already 3 steps ahead of you, Lang. Even among my elite men, about only half of them were admitted into the country. Besides, any more cooks in the kitchen, and we might spoil the soup, if you get what I mean. How dare you make such assumptions? Don't take this the wrong way, but I thought I was in charge of Alabast, Miss Von Karma. Look, try to understand, okay? Things over in Alabast are in a bit of a mess right now. What do you mean by a bit of a mess? No one told you? We had an incident in Alabast as well. This is what we call a decision based on the investigation, Mr. Prosecutor. Yeah, I get that much. I get that much. You're just not telling me the details. I actually really like Lang as a foil to Edgeworth. Because in a similar way that Phoenix is a foil to Edgeworth, even his hair kind of looks like Phoenix's hair a little bit. Just a little bit, not totally. Just a little messier. Like, Edgeworth is more cool, collected, logical. And Phoenix is more emotional. But he's also logical. But he also, like... It's hard to explain. Lang specifically, what he makes up for in his calculatedness, what he's lacking in it, rather, he more than makes up for by being charming, by being in charge, by being the leader of the wolf pack. It works. It actually really works. Look, Wolfie, just let us in already! Wolfie. What's wrong with Wolfie? Is there a problem here, Agent Lang? Oh, wait a minute! Is there a problem here, Agent Lang? I'm prepared. I'm prepared. This is one of the most... This is going to be one of the most fun voices to do. Not really. Just having a discussion about whether or not to let these guys in. Ambassador Alba, I ask that you please allow these people to join the investigation. Yes. Having a debate because of my country. I'm terribly sorry for placing you good people in that kind of situation.
It is all because I lacked the strength to govern well.
Please, it is nothing of the sort, Ambassador. This guy is like a aged willow, hundreds of thousands of years old, but full of wisdom. Look at him! He looks like he's made of roots. It's nothing of the sort, Ambassador.
You weakling carcass! Curse your frailty and inability to effect change in your country!
What are you?
The thing is, investigations conducted in my country have been under Agent Lang. And it is my judgment that, in order to minimize disruption in the investigation, I should leave everything up to Agent Lang.
There, you see? I wonder if he was the leader of Cadopia before the split, and he's just like been the leader for decades and decades. Yeah. Phoenix Wright is also logical in a roundabout way. In the same way that Fry's brain in Futurama, it doesn't quite work like everybody else's, but it still functions. It still functions, and it functions well. I'm not saying Phoenix Wright is dumb before anybody writes like a 5 million paragraph statement in the YouTube comments about how I'm wrong about everything I say. Just, you know, it's more in an emotional way that both Phoenix and Lang use their logic, I'm saying. Oh, no way!
Hold it!
Or, hold it! They could not be more opposite. Ambassador Alba, I asked you to please reconsider letting them into Alabast.
What's that?
My very own secretary has been murdered in the Babylones embassy. And he was apparently caught up in some very shady dealings completely unbeknownst to me. So I asked for your cooperation in our investigation. I'm kind of giving him the voice of Stan from Monkey Island. Yeah, he's even got the plaid. Although, Stan's plaid doesn't move. These aren't much, but I hope they can cover your travel expenses to Babal someday. What travel expenses do you need from Alabast to Babal when they're literally like... I would assume they share a border if they were both the same country at some point. Alright, I get it. No, you're selling it to Lang. Never mind. Even if you beg Ambassador Alba, I still have to give the final okay anyway. Alright! You hear that, Mr. Edgeworth? We're in! Not so fast, my little crow girl. You're still a witness in the Babal murder. So I'd like you to please stay in the Republic of Babal. Detective Gumshoe, please take good care of Kay for me. I thought I was gonna take him on as my assistant. I guess Francisca is our assistant for today's chapter. Yes, sir! Sounds good to me. The fewer troublemakers, the better. Babysitting. Rasp? I'm not sure if that's what a rasp means. I just did a raspberry. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes? So I wanted to ask for a while now, but that lady over there, is she who I think she is? Which lady? Lotta Hart? Oh, Francisca. Ah, that's right. I didn't introduce the two of you yet. Or at least reintroduce. Francisca von Kama, the prosecutorial prodigy. It's nice to see you again. She remembers! Oh, I knew it! You're the whip lady! Yeah, and I've graduated to using an actual whip. It leaves lacerations. Do you want to see? Ooh! Wait, Von Karma, don't! Fine, maybe later. You may address me as Miss Von Karma. Miss Von Karma, I leave the investigation of Alabast in your hands. Thanks. Rest assured, I will outsmart both the smuggling ring and the Atagarasu. The smuggling ring, huh? Perhaps I should ask Francisca a bit more about them before I head into Alabast. Try to talk to everyone before I leave. I've actually been doing a thing where I save state just in case I accidentally progress. It actually has been helping. So, absolutely. And I mustn't forget to thank Ambassador Palaino for all that he's done for me. Mustn't forget, I still might though. Save state. Right there. Let's go. Let's talk to the NPCs first. Or maybe Edgeworth can just binge the entire first season of Steel Samurai. Ah, classic. Oh yes, my favorite is episode 11, when it turns out that the Steel Samurai was actually a robot all along. Oh, spoilers. There's a flat panel, a VCR, a row of Steel Samurai videos on this table. There might be a clue among these. I'd better check the titles of these videos. I'd better make sure they're all here. My, the things I put myself through for the sake of the investigation. For the investigation, yes. You know what? I'll have to take these for evidence. I'll have to watch them individually later. For all I know, there might be hidden footage on one of these. Yes, of course. Hello? May I ask you to please move out of the way? But that's going to Babel. I just came from there. I'm sorry, sir, but we are currently clearing the area beyond a fallen burnt brush. I ask for your patience until we're done. Very well. Oh, and I hope the brush clearing goes smoothly. You really don't, Edgeworth. Detective Gumshoe, I'm counting on you to keep Kay safe.
Samurai Minecraft. Steve, am I right?
Speaking of the Steel Samurai, Minecraft Steve, sure. Dusty Kuga, thanks for the 100 bits. Oh, I'm well aware. As you can see, Edgeworth is a big fan. Just look at the bottom there. He's gone in Minecraftified himself for today. Just for today, though. I've already said my piece about Minecraft Steve, but yeah, no. That's gonna be fun. Also, the count of people asking me about Steve during the stream is now 1.
Yes, sir. You just leave everything to me, sir.
And don't worry, I'll take good care of Gummy for you. Yes, that's actually who I'm more worried about.
We'll go investigate into the Babel side of things together. Right, Kay?
That's right, Gummy. Wow. Already best of friends. They barely met up again just yesterday. That's how you know you're good friends. When you can meet up after literal years and it's like you just met each other yesterday. It's like you just saw each other yesterday. It's like you never missed a beat. All they're missing is the last stooge. I don't know, Edgeworth. That might be you right now. You're Mo. You're the dude with the bowl cut. Just all serious about everything. Edgeworth is a nerd. Ambassador Paleno, I'm in your debt. No, it's nothing. Because it's about all I can do for you, I'm afraid. I only ask that you please bring Manny's killer to justice. I will, Ambassador, on my honor. Wow, you're so sensational. You've really piqued my curiosity. I know they aren't much, but I know that I'm giving them to you wholeheartedly. As if they couldn't just print more. No, that's quite all right. Oh well, how about this then? Ink. Oh, Babylese ink. That's actually pretty important. What exactly is it? It's fountain pen ink. According to the... I never read it out loud. But according to this embassy guide thing, apparently Alabast is known for its Cadopian paper, and Babel is known for its Cadopian ink. Or at least Babylese ink. Made from wheat crystal. It's like they're two pieces meant to be together. Please, the two countries must make up. Known as Babylese ink, it's made exclusively in Babel. So this is Babylese ink. We make it from wheat crystal oil, which is mined through our mineral mines, and crafted from those mined materials. You might need to use some steel ingots as well. If you dig deep enough, you might find diamond. Please accept this ink. One dip of your fountain pen in this, and you can write for hours in your organizer. How fortunate for me. The ink in my pen just happened to have run out. I'd gladly accept your gracious gift. Edgeworth writes so much in his organizer, he'll go through that in like one day. Steel Samurai for Smash. I'd play him. Imagine. Like, Min Min has set the precedent that they're not necessarily going to put the quote-unquote box art main character in Smash if they are going to put a series rep. So maybe we put Steel Samurai instead of Phoenix. Maybe we put Edgeworth instead of Phoenix. Let's do it. Great! Wonderful! I guarantee to you that writing with our ink is an unforgettable experience. And since we don't export it, if you run out, you're always welcome to come and visit our fair nation. Talk about cornering the customer along with the market. Talking about giving away the razors to sell the blades. Okay, I'm glad you were not hurt, but please refrain from such recklessness, alright? What if you had run into the Atagarasu? You could have been killed. Sorry to make you worried like that. I'll be more careful from now on. quote-unquote more careful. As in, she'll defend herself. She'll just, like, strike a stance. What the?
Good girl. It's good to conduct some self-reflection every once in a while.
It's funny, you know, when I talk with you, Mr. Edgeworth, it's like I'm talking with my father.
Oh, he was a prosecutor.
Is that so?
Do I really seem that old to her?
Old man.
GG.
Honestly, I stand Dadworth. Dadworth needs to be a thing. He would make a good dad, I feel. Taking care of Gummy all the time has really nurtured his fatherly instincts.
You have been granted permission to enter by Ambassador Alba. Please feel free to enter the Flower Nation.
Everything changed when the Flower Nation attacked.
Petal attack. Petal leaves.
The Kingdom of Alabast. The Flower Nation, you say? Well, the garden certainly lives up to that name.
Yes, it does. Our rose garden, which is in full bloom right now, is really something else.
Oh, if only it wasn't. I could enjoy myself a bit more then. Is Edgeworth allergic to roses? Was this a thing we knew? There's a backdrop over here. Edgeworth. Paleno's fingers make you uncomfortable. He really reminds me of Frank Saw. The way he's like just rubbing his hands together with that big fake smile. But I don't think it's in malice or trying to cover up anything. I think he's really just wants to put on a good face for the tourism industry. At the very least, that's what I choose to believe so I don't get creeped out by him.
These flowers are a gift from the Gatewater Imperial Hotel. It appears that their business has boomed since they became a Steel Samurai sponsor.
Steel Samurai sponsor, they've adopted the Blue Badger as their mascot, they have a whole theme park. What has happened with the Gatewater Hotel in the last, year? Last 3 years of the Ace Attorney trilogy. My goodness.
It appears our business has boomed. Boom!
Enigmatic Shark, what's up? Is this the stream where we learn how to object? Now, this is the stream where we learn to think real hard and then we yell, Eureka! Eureka! Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing good. And yes, I do know about the thing that got announced this morning, as you can see by the bottom right there.
These flowers are a gift from the Gatewater Imperial Hotel. It appears that their business is both same thing.
All right, Francisca, give me the lowdown. Haven't missed much. We've barely gotten permission to search the Alabastion side of this embassy. It's been split into two because 2 countries, all that stuff, 2 incidents, a lot of argumentation. And boy howdy, you better be prepared for the Steel Samurai. Because I happen to know he's going to be making an appearance soon. We saw him yesterday.
You made so much progress in your investigation in such a short period of time.
Is he patronizing her?
It's truly amazing.
Agent Hicks, whose help I had requested, was cut down before he completed his task. Right, him. There is no room for further failure in my perfect investigation. It wasn't my fault.
In spite of that, I believe you were able to obtain some insight into the ring, correct?
It was nothing. I simply made some deductions based on the smuggled item I was following.
You mean the Babyliss ink? But why are these restrictions on the export of Babyliss ink to begin with?
That's classified Interpol info. Is it? It's just export. I'm sure they just don't want to. They want to keep their economy or something.
Francisca, as your subordinate, I'm a part of your investigation now. Don't you think it would be beneficial if I was as well informed as you?
It's got a point. Point taken. Very well. I fill you in. Recently, we discovered some very well-made counterfeit bills circulating in Zengfar.
Counterfeit bills?
Yes, also known as Fake Williams. Fake Williams. I wouldn't want to... That sounds like an Ace Attorney character's name. Ah, yes, Fake Williams. He turned out to be an imposter, looking kind of sus, though. Ace Attorney fans like to joke about Phoenix being Maya and Pro's big bro, but you like that they make Dadworth so obvious in this game. It shows another side of him, to be sure. A side we never really get to see. How... Another way that they contrast Phoenix and Miles, even without them being directly in the same room, by giving them both bubbly young female assistants. But in this case, Kay is more of a handful because of how spunky she is, rather than how childish she is. But still also childish, a little bit. Yes, as you may have deduced, the counterfeits are being made with Babal's super special Babalese ink. Super special awesome. And it's virtually impossible to distinguish bills made with Babalese ink from real ones. Thus, it was only natural for Interpol to keep an eye on the Republic of Babal. And now that we know that Manny Cochin was either the head or involved with the ring, that would be the source. That's where this document comes into play, correct? Thanktwig's gonna head to bed. Wasn't here long. Hey, no problem, Thanktwig. Thanks for hanging out, and hope you get a lot of farming done. Get those pumpkins. Have a good night. Correct. Correct. Mr. Cochin was smuggling large amounts of Babalese ink. Furthermore, he was charged with running the embassy's printing equipment. That's all the evidence I have. I need to know that he was the lead of the smuggling ring. However, there remains one tiny problem. Let me guess. You still have yet to find the counterfeit bills or the smuggled ink. Yes, and while we're listing things, I might as well add the counterfeit plates to the pile. Since we haven't been able to locate any of these items in the Babalese embassy, we're looking into the Alabashan embassy next. It doesn't matter where they're hidden. Mark my words, I will find them. Counterfeit bills. Like that one movie with Lupin III. Was it Castle Cagliostro? I believe it is. There was a whole like money counterfeiting ring going on at the same time as a whole bunch of other stuff in that movie. It's a good movie. If you want to go get into Lupin III, watch Castle Cagliostro. It's like the perfect way to get started. Well, shall we get going? Wait a minute. What? You guys barely had any time to investigate. Are you not allowed to get back into Babal? The paper's wrong. Did your passport expire today? A relaxed William is also known as a Bill at ease. Ha! I get it. Plooster, Wisconsin. Oi! What's up? What's wrong, Kay? I didn't get permission to enter Alabast, so we're going to go gather whatever info we can over in the Beverly side, okay? Alright. I'm counting on you two. Right. And I'm counting on you and Miss Von Karma to sniff out clues in Alabast. Oh, and Mr. Edgeworth, if you happen to come across my phony, you let me know, okay? She's totally just gonna try to hop the fence. I know her. If you tell me, I'll rush on over straight away no matter where you are. Alright, just don't go breaking any laws. I'll let you know when the time comes. But seriously, don't break any laws, Kay. I am a prosecutor. I will not hesitate to throw the book at you. It's a heavy book. It says da rules on it. March 14th, 17 p.m., Alabashan Embassy, Ambassador's Office. Wow, it looks surprisingly similar to the Babalese one, just a little more clean and fancy, and not ruined by a fire. Yeah. Carol Ring cries, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Oh, it's him! Oh, it's him! Ladies and gentlemen, the Steel Samurai himself. Whoa! Why is he in a hurry? Did he just commit a murder? What do you think you're doing to my subordinate? You're gonna have a whip versus spear battle. Ooh, his head. Yo! 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 That's right, dude! Edgy! Oh, thank the heavens you're here! I'm in a really, really big pickle, your lordship! A raven, it appeared, poof, and then disappeared, swoosh! And though I am the Steel Samurai, my sword hit... Ah, I'm so confused! I don't know what anything means anymore, man! Who is this fruitcake? I am Larry of the House of Butts, married man of New Old Tokyo, milady. Did he just milady? Oh, Larry, please stop. Don't be simping in the year, whatever the year this is supposed to be. It doesn't turn out well, especially with Von Karma. Just call your rank. Hey, no problem. Welcome on in. If you're just tuning on in, we're playing Ace Attorney Investigations. I have played this game before, and I'm re-experiencing it for the first time in however many years since it came out. Just so I have a reason to jump into Investigations 2 on stream sometime in the near future. But
Mostly also just so I can fanboy over the entire Ace Attorney series because it's one that's near and dear to me, you know? Yeah, welcome on in, everybody. We're on the last episode, by the way. It's a doozy. It's a doozy. And also, yes, I am attempting to give him a shaggy voice. Now I remember. This person. He's one of your friends, isn't he, Miles? Using the term friend lightly. Yes, frighteningly enough, he is. Hey! What's up with that answer? Your best bud is in a bind, and you act like it's no big deal? What sort of bind are we talking about here? He didn't deny that he's his best bud. Sorry, Phoenix. It's the funny man from Lay Funny Thinker Murderer. Well,
I think it's 3 p.m.
The suspect kind! I accidentally became a suspect in a murder! What else is new? I see. That is quite the bind. Not ever in the least bit surprised. I mean, true. Yes, I pretty much expected this news. Nobody is surprised. From the instant I saw this unlucky face, he was the samurai. He was the samurai in the stage show. This whole time. I knew it. I had hoped he had at least one line with the helmet on. I was gonna do a thing where it's like,
Yes, citizen, I am the Steel Samurai.
Sup, Veggie? You remember me? Something smells, it's the butts. His name is Larry Butts. I've known him since grade school, and for as long as I've known him, he has been the world's largest source of trouble with a capital T. Like, this dude is seriously unlucky. Hey, what kind of introduction is that? You're so mean, Edgy. Wait, you can read my thoughts? Oh, he's psychic too. If you're not careful, you might find your tiny number of friends go down by 1. Dude, Edgeworth, that's like half his friends. That was uncalled for. Besides, you'll... Wait, hold on. What's a friend again? Larry? It was you? You're the one who wrote my Steel Samurai autograph? Tear it up, Edgy. It's worthless now. No wonder it looks so scratchy. Oh, Edgeworth was about to frame it and everything, get it laminated, preserve it, get it graded by an official, like, what's it called? When they, like, when they appraise stuff for eBay. Appraiser man, dude. Oh, you didn't notice earlier? I even winked at you through my headpiece. You can't see through that. That explains how he knew his name, though. He didn't even give it a second thought. What's going on? And why are you beat red? Sorry, but could you not speak to me right now? Or ever? In fact, I'm just going to go home. I'm done. I'm done with this case. You handle it. I'm out. I'm out. No more. I would rather die than have to interrogate Larry. Okay, maybe he doesn't hate him that much. Oh, sorry. Am I interrupting your comical yet melodramatic play? Larry, I got suspected for murder! Everyone! Wow. What a surprise. I never saw that coming. Like the Disney autograph thing, except more chicken scratchy. Uh-huh. So this is the incident you mentioned earlier. The existence of Larry. Mr. Prosecutor, this man, this childhood friend of yours, is our prime suspect. Oh yeah, he did it. Lock him up. Of what, you ask? I did not ask. Of the murder of a man who had snuck into this embassy. Mask the Mask II. Mask the Mask II. I forgot it was his name. Mask the Mask. That's a reference to a character from the original trilogy, a mysterious phantom thief man, and his original Japanese name is Kamen Mask. Kamen Mask. Mask. Mask the Mask. That's how they translated that. I like it. I like it a lot. The star is very important. If you type out his name, you gotta have it in there. If anybody types out Mask the Mask in chat, I better see a star emoji in the middle of it, or else it's just not spelled right. Edgeworth just had his hopes and dreams crushed. Crushed, blended, one chop he got salad. Mask II? There's a second? Oh, he's dead. Only Larry could get himself into yet another mess as fine as this. Is it just because the weapon is a samurai sword? I thought his weapon was a spear, though. But no matter what the facts seem to say, Larry is not the type to commit murder. What if he is, though? What if he did, just knowing that Phoenix and or Edgeworth would get him bailed out? Still, it's a rather daunting stroke of misfortune I've struck. I have to prove that Larry Butts is innocent of all wrongdoing. Or at least the wrongdoing that happened here today. Shifu, we've identified the victim! Good work. I'll take that report now. Agent Lang, would you mind if I took a peek at it as well? What did I tell you earlier, Mr. Prosecutor? Don't get in my way. There's only enough flesh here to feed one wolf, and that one is me. Yes, but I'm hungry. I haven't eaten since lunch. I'm jet lagged. I didn't eat breakfast. So no, you may not take a peek. No. But Agent Lang! That's Oh! It's him! He hasn't aged a day in 7 years. Look at him! I was legit. I played this game before, but I remember almost nothing. I legitimately did not remember whether or not Detective Bad ever made another appearance. Oh, he's here. Oh, he's here. I wonder if he's got any more holes in his jacket since last time.
Agent Lang.
His voice has gotten even more scratchier since last time. Oh! No, wait, you're spelling masked star to mask the second in that way. Oops! It just starts to happen, doesn't it? Sleepy Memories is currently on the mask to mask case. Oh! Isn't that, that's game 3, right? I believe it is because this would actually get really fun. A fun thing. When I played Ace Attorney 3, Trials and Tribulations, I was impatient for it, so I had played a fan translation of the third game from the original Japanese Game Boy Advance version before it actually came out in English in America. And the way they handled the game not being completely translated yet was kind of dumb and really fun. The second case starts with Mask to Mask stealing something from a safe. So they changed the translation to say, it's Common Mask, stop him! He's gonna steal the English translation from the game! If he gets away with it, we'll have to speak Japanese from here on out. So the cutscene plays, he takes the thing from the safe, and then suddenly everyone just starts speaking Japanese. And then from then on, the rest of the game is in Japanese. That's really fun. Well, one, I don't really play fan-translated games anymore because it's really hard to patch modern games. And two, you just don't see that level of care in fan translations very often. I really liked it. Something only really the Ace Attorney community could have produced. Bad has been 50 for 30 years. Let's see what his age is now in his profiles. No, he's not here yet. Kirkus Alba is what, 72? Wow, wise old tree he is.
Will you allow an investigator such as myself to take a look?
You know, in all honesty, I shouldn't be surprised if Bad is here. Because, like, Edgeworth in character would know whether or not he quit in these 7 years.
Ah, yes, of course. You. Let the detective see the file.
Yo! Detective Bad!
You're the prosecutor, Mr. Edgeworth, right?
Fancy meeting you here, Detective. Wow, a detective at the scene of a crime murder. How shocking. If you don't use the star in Mask to Mask, you have to brush your teeth with orange juice. No! Guys, spell it right. Spell it right. Even if you say it out loud, you have to say mask star to mask. I'll say it from now on, I promise.
You weren't expecting me? Sorry to keep you waiting. Keep you waiting, huh? Ever since that day, 7 years ago, I've chased after the Adaivari Takarasu non-stop. I even pressured Interpol into keeping me in the loop, in case a card was ever found.
What incredible dedication to the case! Has he been under the detective's salary this whole time without actually making any progress? Has he taken care of other cases? Has all of Gumshoe's cut salary just been going to Bad? It's the only way I can explain how he's not, gone completely bankrupt.
Detective Bad knows the Utagarasu's MO very well, and his passion for the chase hasn't died down in these 7 long years. It's something I can respect. But Detective Bad, I must ask, are you going to make an ally out of this prosecutor?
Oh, lollipop.
My only goal is to arrest the Utagarasu. If you can get to the bottom of this case, then I'm willing to share info with him.
I am in your debt, Detective Bad. Edgeworth is in a lot of debt these days. It's Detective Bad, the mirror-looking man with the himself, the lollipop-looking funny man. He's so cool. He's the best, isn't he? Like, if anybody's emitting 100% dad energy at the moment, it's Detective Bad. See, at this point, Edgeworth is only the stepdad. The difference between a stepdad and a dad is just the same difference between a stepladder and a ladder. It's an age-old argument. Oh. You played a fan translation of The Legend of Heroes Trails of Zero. Ooh. How good is it? Is that on the Vita? I feel like that's on the Vita if it has a translation, because I can't think of many other consoles that are easily moddable at this point. Maybe PS4, because I did see PS4 had an exploit too. It was me. I murdered the victim. You have no proof. Enigmatic shark looking kinda sus though. Yo, because you don't support him. Alright, I'm getting ejected. Everybody cast your vote. I don't care. Initial investigation. I swear I was doing tasks. I was investigating the body. Very closely. That's why I didn't report it right away. I wanted to gather evidence first. About the murder of Star Damask II. Would you be willing to fill me in on a few of the details? When the Itagarasu showed up, Agent Lang and I took ourselves off guard duty and put ourselves in charge of directing things at this crime scene. I sound sus, not gonna lie. We'll let the judge decide. It'd be kind of cool if there was an official judge character, like, role in Among Us. Like, they'd be guaranteed to not be the imposter, but at the same time, everybody knows who they are, so they might become a target. It might be interesting. It might be like, oh, I'm not the imposter, so I'm going to guard the judge. Or, oh, I am the imposter, so I'm going to pretend to guard the judge and then murder him. Taking advantage of the chaos. Damask II, he broke into this embassy. Probably to steal some treasure or another. Yeah, he taking advantage of the chaos. He knew the Itagarasu would be there, just in the middle of all this fire. And I suppose he lost his life when he was forced to fight someone else in this room. Sounds like it to me. Why exactly was that man placed under arrest, Detective? That samurai? That foolish samurai warrior wielding a prop replica sword. He was born looking suspicious, but not for the reasons you suspect, I assure you. Like, I know he smells, and when something smells, it's usually the bots. But, you know, it's just BO. As you can plainly see, he's completely harmless. Well, it was just a random guess. It's not like he's actually under arrest. At least you're more reasonable than Sheena. Tonight, here at the Alabastian Embassy, Ambassador Alba was to give a commemorative speech. And that's when the Itagarasu showed. But keep in mind, the Itagarasu isn't who I'm talking about right now. Those seats, for the guests who had been called to sit in them, were empty. A no-show? Who was it that failed to take their seat? The Steel Samurai. Until the speech was to begin, each member of the entire Steel Samurai family was to wait in a separate room. However, for some weird reason, that man was spotted in a different location than his assigned room at that time. And where was he? He was on the roof, with one of his legs down a chimney. Santa Claus, is that you? He just can't shake that Santa Claus outfit he wore back in Game 1, can't he? That chimney leads directly into this room. Larry Butts, you've really outdone yourself this time. What were you thinking? Hey, yeah. If this building is symmetrical, then there was a fireplace in the other ambassador room as well. In any case, I believe it's high time for me to start my investigation. Begin investigation! Alabashan Embassy, Ambassador's Office. Looking kind of sus. You know what I need to get? I need to get a green screen of the Among Us body reported thing. I wonder? Wait. Among Us body reported green screen. Bum, 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 bum. I can just play the sound for now, but... Hold on. I have an idea. I can get this right now. Let's make it work. If I have to jump cut, then whatever. It's worth it. Here, have a distraction. I can get the video. I don't know if it has audio with it. We'll try it. We'll see if it works. Body reported, green screen. What is that? Freaking pop-up. No, I refuse. I'm a lawyer, you know. I can get you put under arrest. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, so I have it downloaded. Where did it go? Here it is. Sound? It has sound. This is good. And then... You guys can hear it, I can't. Advanced audio. This is gonna be worth it. And all I gotta do, put it on a stream, put it on an Elgato button. Filters, chroma key. Yeah. Make green. And it should... Haha! I'm reporting the body right now. Francisca, you're looking kind of sus, though. Worth it. I'd say it was worth it. What do you guys think? You think you saw Larry come out of the vents? Pretty sus. No, Larry's innocent. He wasn't in the vents, he was in the chimney. Completely different. That's literally Detective Bad's argument, though. He saw Larry vent, and that's why he's sus. Yes. Oh, that's a lot to talk about. It was a self-report. I like how everybody expects that now. I've only just arrived in this room myself, which is why we need to investigate some more. Yes, I agree. Don't touch my shoulder, that's kind of weird. Our priority should be on the understanding of what the current situation is. Of course. I was planning to do that from the very beginning. In that case, hurry up and start the investigation already. I will. So let's get started. In order to find the truth behind what happened here, I should start by gathering as much information as I can. Let's talk about Master Mask. Mask stars a mask. I see that yet another weirdo has popped into my absence. Popped up, as you say. Yes, and I understand it. He was a brilliant thief to whom the world was his oyster. He stole extremely valuable objects, one after another, for a while. Oh yeah, he has to explain it to her because she was in Germany. Larry vented to where? To the ambassador's room. Detective Gumshoe was in charge of the case, and not once did he catch the mask. I had already researched all that, you know. Last year, when the mask gave himself up and was finally arrested. Oh, there you go. That actually solidly places this in the timeline. He was apparently represented by that man, who must not be named. Lord Moldybutt. Knowing him, I'm almost curious as to how insane that trial turned out to be. Indeed. But why would anyone want to kill the mask? I should really find out some more about the victim. The victim. Larry is actually the newbie who got pinned for not knowing where stuff is at. Whenever I learn a new game like Werewolf or Among Us or Mafia or whatever, I try to play the dumb card from the very beginning because it's fun to legitimately have the excuse to not know how the game works. Because you could believe that of me, right? You can believe that of me that I don't understand something that's happening. Seems pretty normal. But I was actually masterminding the whole situation. I actually do make it a point in Among Us to not purposefully learn the map So when I just randomly run around, whether I'm crewmate or imposter, nobody can really know if it's because I don't know the map or if it's because I am sus. It doesn't work. I still get ejected. Yes, okay, I get it. Talking about Phoenix Wright just inherently goes to Among Us. Still soft spoken. What's up? How you doing? We're defending our friend who vented, and we're proving he's not an imposter. What exactly is that hideous fashion faux pas of a costume he's wearing supposed to be? I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. But there's something different about it than what I remember. That costume is from the very first Steel Samurai. It's a live-action superhero show on television, beloved by children and adults alike. Especially this adult. The Steel Samurai's weapon is the samurai spear. He's about to go off! And it is with the samurai spear that he performs his special attacks, which enthrall all who watch them in action. Wow, you seem to know a lot. You seem to know quite a bit. Not at all. And in any case, Francisca, I believe the samurai you are familiar with is the second one. The second one! The second Kamen Rider. Ah, Edgeworth is such a weeb. Edgeworth is such a nerd. We love it. We stan. Yeah. The Nickel Samurai, which was part of the case last year. Do you recall that case? Yes, I remember. Although I'd much rather it stay buried within the depths of my mind. Yeah, let's not bring that up again. I sound sus. I always sound sus. That's my secret, Cap. Hope you're doing well, Celeste. Hope you're doing well, everybody. How's your day been so far? Especially with today's Minecrafty announcement. Not that I blame her. She was shot during the course of that trial. Like father, like daughter. I fear she may still be suffering great trauma over the shooting. Like heck. Anyway, that aside, it looks like the Steel Samurai is the suspect this time. Yes, although that's because of who is inside the costume, rather than the character. That's right! If he's the Steel Samurai... Miles Edgeworth, have you been shocking something this whole time? No, I'm not in shock over anything. I wanted to forget that I had received the Steel Samurai autograph from Larry. But the autograph, the drawing of the samurai spear and the character of his face. Why did he waste so much time on the most useless parts of the autograph? To make it look as authentic as possible. Like, look, just take a quick look. The face isn't even symmetrical, dude. I could do a better job. The spear is honestly pretty nice, though. The lines are nice and straight. Good line thickness. I'm actually impressed by that. That part specifically. Ba 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 ba. Huh? Hey, Edgy! Did you say something? No! I did not say anything! Definitely not to you! No, autographs, no... Master... Let's take a quick save state and then we'll talk to Larry. Larry, there are a few things I need to ask you about. Yeah. Hey, how about that? I got a few things I gotta ask you too! Like, when's the last time Edgeworth actually saw Larry? Was it during... It was probably during the last case of Ace Attorney 3. I bet. Yeah, that wasn't too long ago, so... I'm actually not that surprised that they wouldn't just greet each other properly as friends. What is it? Hope I'm well too. I'm doing okay. Besides having to wake up at 7 a.m. tonight, I did end up managing to sleep for a little bit after and waking up for work, and I managed to finish my work project today. So all in all, it's been a good day. It's been a good day. I don't feel too bad. I got an energy drink nearby in case I start to peter out. But it's been a good time. Yeah, thanks for asking. It's like both you and him. How is it that the two of you always manage to have some cute or hot girl by your side? Larry. Oh, wait, I thought you were talking about Kay. Kay's not here. Okay, yeah, Francisca's what? 21? 19. Nice. She's the same age as Maya. How about that? Always managed to have some cute or hot girl by your side. And Francie, what about that promise you made to me? Promise? What promise? The one where you said you would model for my next book? Francie's Whippity Whip Trip? Oh, they remember that? Well, he remembers that at least. She doesn't. Like, you're not even an artist anymore, Larry. Don't even pretend. Yo! I made no such promise. Ever since grade school, we've had a certain saying about Larry. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Uh-oh, stinky. One needs to look no further than this man to find the king of troublemakers. The king, dude. It's him. Hold on, I gotta show him my badge. I have utmost authority here. Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing great. I'm doing okay. I'm just excited that it's Halloween. And it's not Halloween. It's an entire month before Halloween. But, you know, as a streamer, I'm obligated to start celebrating today. If you didn't catch it at the beginning of the stream, I do have a new costume. I'm not just using the one I made last year. Or the year before that, rather. I am vampire. I'm vampire chicken. I want to drink some boba. Larry, I wonder if you might know what this is. Yeah, it's a chicken. No, not that. Nope. No. I gave him an accent. Nope, not a clue. Spooky month. Woo. Adorable. Yeah. You didn't even look at it. Nah, not because the only thing I can see right now is the form of my lovely Francie. Francie. Come on. You do not get to name her a pet name. Oh, in that case, allow me to help you seal my form into you for all eternity. Wait a minute. Whippity whip trip! He likes it. Now this is a trip I'm willing to endorse, especially if you can finally get some peace here. Oh no. Maybe they are meant for each other. Could you imagine if this was canon? I mean, I know this episode is canon. To whatever limited canon the Eternity series tries to keep to. But imagine if Francisca and Larry being together became canon. I just don't know who would survive. Who would break first? Francisca's mind or Larry's everything? As I recall, aren't you calling yourself Maurice Donim now? Heck no, don't do it. Nice boba, Sleepy. Delicious. I actually did order boba not too long ago from a tea place. It was really delicious. It was very sesame-y. Like, it almost felt like I was drinking straight up sesame seeds. Kind of dangerous, but delicious. That's Donim! Maurice Donim! Get that straight in your head, Edgy! Ow. Now I remember, you're that rude pale imitation of a real artist. No, you got it all wrong! I gave up on that whole Maurice business. Besides, when Banjo and Kazooie left me and my heart in pieces, that's when Mindy walked into my life. That's Larry's thing. He always has a new girlfriend like every week, and really he's just being suckered into being a sugar daddy or something like that most of the time. She's been so good to me that I wanted to help her in some way. And I figured I could through this steel samurai outfit. Your name blathering makes less and less sense each time we meet. Welcome to Larry, Francisca. I believe he's saying that he picked up this part-time job as the Steel Samurai so that he may attempt to capture the heart of the actress who plays the Pink Princess. Uh-huh. Yeah, I think somebody else has her heart. You got it! I knew you'd know what I meant, Edgy! You would gouge your eyes out if Larry Francisca became canon. No one deserves to have Larry. Oh, I mean, he's a decent guy. Like, he deserves someone who... like, I'm not gonna say puts up with him, but more like actually enjoys his antics. Like, I'm sure there's someone out there who enjoys him in that way. There's gotta be. It's Ace Attorney, you know? If Gumshoe can have a love interest, then so can Larry. Maybe. Hopefully. Not really. It's not so much as I understood, but a simple deduction based on your usual modus operandi, Larry. Just knows him that well. You have an alibi? Larry, I'd like you to confess, right now, to everything you did in your entire life. And also tonight. Confess? Hey! Don't tell me you suspect me too! Nonsense. I don't believe you have the mental acuity needed to plan and execute a murder. Ooh. However, we are talking about you here, so I find it hard to believe that nothing happened. Oh boy. For past experience has taught me that you are always at the center of some insane event. Edgy! How could you be so mean? Stabbing me with your words like that? Unfortunately, I don't have the time to search out a key to unlock your heart this time. Wow, Edgeworth just sees natural psych locks. So I suggest that you cooperate and tell me what you know. Okay, I get it. Just stop Francie from whipping me from behind. Maybe from the front? I don't know where I was going with that joke. So I guess you know what I did, right, Edgy? Can't even begin to imagine. However, I imagine that whatever you were up to was probably beyond my investigation. So you will tell me what exactly you did, Larry. Nope, not yet, Edgy. It'll take more than that to loosen my lips. It'll definitely take that. A lot more! Confess, now. Okay, well, I was up on the roof. And why exactly were you up there? Oh, you know, that wintry custom and a legendary hero. Legendary? Hero? Santa Claus! Santa Claus? I wanted to do that with the one thing he does, so I climbed up to one of the chimneys. But when I got there was smoke pouring out of the chimney. So someone who was in the room. Oh my god, we've actually gotten useful testimony out of him. And, well, I couldn't go down the chimney with smoke coming up, right? So I gave up. Objection! Yeah, right. Gumshoe's a good guy. It's not really fair to compare those two. Like, Larry doesn't have bad intents. I think for that reason that I feel somewhat bad for him, even though he can be, he can be and is usually a sleazeball. Usually is a sleazeball and causes trouble for, like, everyone he meets, and I just feel really bad for him. Really bad. He's kind of pathetic. But in a puppy kind of way? Maybe? Maybe this is how he gets girlfriends. Larry, you do realize that Santa Claus does not exist, right? Of course I know! I did graduate from junior high, you know. And you should also understand this. If Santa was real, he would be the biggest unlawful trespasser in history. Ah, crud! And what, would Edgeworth just get him convicted on 7 billion counts of unlawful entry? I guess there wouldn't be that many households. Like, what is the number of occupied households in the world if there are 7 billion people on Earth? Would you like divide it by, what, 3? But what about the people who don't have houses? It's a hard number to estimate. It's your attempt to imitate Santa that has landed you as the prime suspect in this murder. You vented. You looking kind of sus. Come on, man. What's so wrong with pretending to be Santa? Objection! I wasn't in the vent. I was just pretending. I was just near the vent, just in case there was an imposter in there. Let's start with the fact that it will be the Ides of March in a matter of hours. Beware the Ides of March. Santa only visits homes on December 24th. That's in December, you nitwit. It's almost Christmas. That means it's not Christmas. No! Hey, wait a sec. We're not in court. I swear that must have been a sly reference to Larry's Almost Christmas bonanza. It's just so familiar. There was a grandfather clock, just like the one earlier in the Bablese embassy. Now, actually, this one is a grandmother clock. You can tell, because it is. You know, symmetry is a fine thing, but their interior design really suffers for it. Really? I think this clock actually fits the decor of this room quite well. I suppose the wood does suit the all-natural atmosphere of this room. Its design and the material it's made of strikes a good balance with the plants. Hey, you two! Now's not the time to be talking about interior decorating, you know. Hurry up and save me! I'll take my time, thank you. Be quiet! Ah. This is all a part of my elite investigation. All you need to do is be quiet and watch. Actually, I do believe Larry has a point for once. All that from a conversation about a clock.
No.
Da-da-da-da. Larry suggested Pearl for Phoenix, so you don't care for his good intentions. He's not smart. Joe Cute, what's up? No. How you doing? Welcome on in. There are some weapons on display on the wall. A crossbow, and under that, a set of knives bearing a flower motif. Would it? Huh. Yeah. But how are... There's 3. Shouldn't there be one? There might be one that has a butterfly motif under the knife. They must be the counterparts to the Babylonis knives. Which means that the blades inside these scabbards should match the blade that was used to kill Mr. Cochin. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Da-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da. I will examine the statue that looks suspiciously like the Steel Samurai. I can spot absolutely no difference between this primitive statue and Babal's. The statue's face looks a bit like that costume hero you like. The statue's face looks a bit like that costume hero you like so very much. I only wonder why you Americans have such an affinity for this kind of face. The statue wasn't made by an American, you know. At least, I don't suppose so. It's anime! She's chiding him because it looks like anime! Takumi made Larry be gross after Ace Attorney 1. Lots of wasted potential for Larry to be a good person. I guess I prefer to see him as his Ace Attorney 1 incarnation more than later. Like, especially in the DLC case for Ace Attorney 5? No, 6? Like, they totally flanderized his character from how he appeared in 3. So I don't know where they're going with this character. I guess it doesn't really make much difference right now. He hasn't really appeared in the Ace Attorney series besides that one DLC case, at least in the current timeline. Maybe he can still be redeemed. Maybe. I won't rest until I get a raid. Wow. Origination, thank you for the raid. Can we get a shout out?
Luigi not afraid.
You know he ain't. He never is.
Luigi not afraid.
Origination, Shadowy Jack, Soul Sapphire, welcome on in. And thank you for the shout out. It's like I knew you were playing Luigi's Mansion 3. Mario. How far did you get, dude? That game is actually really awesome. If you are a streamer planning to figure out what games to play for Halloween, play Luigi's Mansion 3. I played it last year, and it was so worth it. It's adorable. I'm not going to say too much about it because I know you're still playing through it blind. But I'll say after playing Luigi's Mansion 2 that month and being disappointed by it, 3 was just so fresh and adorable and amazing. It wasn't the best game. Like, I'm not going to say it's like, oh, it's the next Breath of the Wild. It's just a video game. As far as being a game, it's a game. It sure was a game. There was gameplay. But it was a pleasant surprise, especially in characterizing the Mario characters. Like, it's like the polar opposite of a Paper Mario, where they take the idea that you can only use the Mario characters, and then they just portray them to the best of their character, the best of their ability. It's just done so well. Next level games, I really like them.
Next level games!
But yeah, hope you had a fun time. You beat the mall part. Ooh, that's a good part. Yeah, I guess you showed that mall cop what's what. Cryo Rain Cries, thanks for the chicken attack. Oh wow, nobody's redeemed that yet today? Sure, let's do it. Alright, brace yourselves. He's coming. He's almost here. There he is. Look at him go. What's that, boy? You found some evidence? What is it? Is it a knife? Is that a knife? And also Kamen Rider. Wait a minute. He was a harbinger. There's a lot more where that came from. Thank you. This gives me a nice break to hydrate. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, Luigi's Mansion 3. It's good. It's great. I really liked it. Heavily recommend it. Oops. Uh-oh. Get the exact size right. Man, my DS is acting up. Maybe I can just do... window size... Oops. Window size... Perfect. We're back to normal. It's the Steel Samurai's primary weapon, the Samurai Spear.
Isn't it awesome? I totally fell for this thing. It's sleek and shiny, just like my heart.
More like wet and slippery.
It comes at you like whoosh. When you hold it, you just want to live life like bam.
You do well to watch what you say, Larry. Although it is just as Larry says, the spirit is quite the symbol of valor. Look at him, being a Steel Samurai fanboy even in his thoughts. However, speaking of spears... Yeah. Aren't you supposed to use them by thrusting the point straight into your opponent? I'm not entirely convinced the spear is up to the task. Oh, it is bent out of shape, look at it. Just noticed.
What's wrong, Edgy? What's wrong, Edgy? You're just staring off into the distance. Oh, I get it. Tell you what, I'll tell the studio to make you one, okay? But this one's mine.
Did I say anything about wanting one? We saw it in your eyes. We saw it in your eyes. Welcome on in, everybody from the raid. Hope you had a good stream. Origination. Guys, go check him out. Give him a follow. Up-and-coming streamer. Plays a lot of Nintendo stuff. And just cool games overall. I was in the stream before this stream, just watching, reminiscing over a good game. If you don't know me, my name is Chris. I like to play RPGs, and I say visual novels, but mostly Ace Attorney and Nintendo games. So, you know, I read the dialogue out loud. If you didn't notice, yes, believe it or not, the voices weren't coming from me, weren't coming from the game. They were me. You want a spear? Maybe I can shut him up if I show him the piece of evidence that will point something out about the spear. What? The spear itself, it is bent. He laughed how Takumi purposely made Larry in a way that he expected people to hate him. Seriously? Even Larry? I feel like, yeah, definitely they're trying to make him the butt of the joke. It just happens a lot in anime that the trope is, if you want to make a character unliked, you just make them gross. Doesn't go over as well in America, unless, like, you're purposefully supposed to hate their guts. Like, maybe Kamoshida. I don't want to compare Larry and Kamoshida. He's not that bad. Why is there a weapon on display in a place like this? I wonder why there are no whips on display here. Because only Francisca's allowed to have a whip, of course. Knives adorned with flowers are on display here. I suspect that these are the counterparts to the Babylonis knives. The blades of these knives should match the blade of the... Oh, yeah, I already looked at that. But... What? One of the knives is missing its blade. Oh, there was a wooden sheath. I see. Let's see if the two pieces, the blade and the handle, fit each other. I mean, they should. Let's go. It would appear that they fit together quite well, almost seamlessly. Then this means that an alabaster knife did find its way into Babel. But how? It got imported. I think that's everything here. Oh wait, plant. Very important. What is that plant supposed to be? Yeah. One speedy chicken. You mean Roastbird talks about his hemorrhoids? Maybe that was an original line, but when I say gross, I mean like usually involving sexual harassment. I'm just gonna say it out loud if you're not gonna catch my drift. Francisca, can't you see that it's supposed to be a likeness of Ambassador Alba? Master Edgeworth, as a subordinate, you have a lot of nerve telling me what to think. I look forward to your next salary assessment next month. Wait a minute, I'm not Gumshoe. You are deluding yourself if you think that you have any control over that. She's gotten mad with power. Just because I'm your assistant right now doesn't mean you actually literally are my boss. Now, let's see. Bump, bump. I feel like in order to do something with the spear, I need to investigate the body a little bit more. So, let's go. If I investigate this, will it just bring me to the... No. Oh, no. It's a different view. There was the exact same statue sitting in the Babylonis office we examined. It's the primitive statue. It was the natural treasure of the Principality of Codopia. There was only one of these statues, meaning that one of the two is a replica. Either that or it's like a starfish. You cut it in half and it just grows another half. Can you imagine, like, it got sliced in twain and then just a little baby half body was grown out of the other side? But both Alabast and Babal claim to have the real thing. What an incredibly childish fight to have. Dun-dun-dun. Yeah. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. What is there to inspect? It's a primitive statue. There was one of these on the valley side as well. I hear it's very valuable and made of pure gold. It was the national treasure of Cadopia. Speaking of treasure, I treasure this raid. We got another raid. What's going on? Can we have a shout out for Cosmit? I'm assuming you've come in search of shelter and good content. Sanctuary. I almost got it right. We're talking about statues in a weird German accent. There was only one of these statues, meaning that one of the two is a replica. But both Alabas and Babao claim to have the real thing and won't budge from the claim. What an incredibly childish fight to have. Yeah. If I examine the knives from here, do I get a different dialogue? Anyway, thank you for the raid, Cosmit. What were you playing? How was the stream? Hope it went well. Welcome on in, everybody. Basin Jimmay, what's up? Dizzying Spinster, what's up? Welcome on in. Cosmit, hello, hello. Yeah, what were you playing? You were playing Spiritfarer. Yeah, I remember when that game came out not too long ago. I hope it's been fun for you. It's one of those games where you just like chill out, manage a bunch of stuff, and it's definitely a very nice game to just chill and stream with or watch or, you know. Yeah, hope you had fun. And thank you for the sub. Welcome back to the Chicken Coop. Grab a nest, get comfy, and enjoy the emotes. Wow, you're super right. Wow. Yeah, welcome on in, everybody. Get comfy. We're playing Ace Attorney Investigations. I've played this game before. It's very fun. There's mysteries, twists, and turns, and terrible, funny voice acting. So enjoy. Oh, there was almost the exact same wall mount for the knives on the Babali side, but I can't see any of the details from this distance. Why do they even bother having a description from this view? It's a grand chill game. Grand dead. The counterpart to the Babali's butterfly is the Alabastrian flower. The butterfly and the flower, they're both lovely things. But can we interpret this to mean that Alabast provides honey to Babal? Francisca, can't you come up with a more meaningful or profound comment? Very well then, let's hear what sort of profound comment you can come up with. Well, flowers cannot survive without the butterflies that spread their pollen. But what about bees, Edgeworth? Bees! You know the bees are dying. I'm getting to that. Butterflies cannot live without the nectar that flowers provide. If either one were to disappear from the equation, neither would survive. How was that, Miss Von Karma? Your explanation took so long that I nearly fell asleep. Well, let's continue the investigation. Attention span. Francisca, why can't you just admit that I had something there? I liked it, Edgeworth. Very profound. Yeah. Well, everyone, welcome on in. Chill out. We're investigating this room. Basically, we're in an embassy of two different countries that used to be one, and a murder happened at the same time on each side, and we're somehow trying to tie these all into one grand event that's all happened. That's the basic gist of it. Yeah. More like good voice acting. Oh. I appreciate that. Thank you. It's a fireplace, and by the looks of it, I don't think it's been used recently. Yes, I can't say that I see anything unusual about it. But if it wasn't used, then Larry's lying. Also, look at the bird. Look at these birds up here. The tree branch extends into the window. You can't close it anymore. Especially not with this family living here. Look at that. Oh, I can't look at the birds. Adorable. Two gorgeous flowers are in full bloom here. They kind of look like clocks. I'm sure flowers as lovely as these must have an equally as lovely name. Miles Edgeworth, are you done staring? I should hardly think passion flowers are all that rare. Passion flowers. Beautiful. That's a rather unusual name. It was named by priests in the 15th century for the Passion of Christ. Okay. As they say, you learn something new every day. It's a random thing to put in an Ace Attorney game. I'm sure they're important. They're evidence. I put it in my organizer to remember the name. Of course it's gonna be evidence. This must be Ambassador Alba's desk. His notebook is open on his desk. He must have been in the middle of some important work. Sapling growth log. It finally sprouted today. Funny, it doesn't look like important work to me. You know, they probably pride themselves on their botany. And he certainly looks like a tree. Look at him. Maybe a wilting flower. The person shaking hands with the steel samurai in this picture is Ambassador Alba. Look at him. It was taken just before the murder. The steel samurai must be very popular. They're even using the national treasure as a backdrop. Trying to gloat it over Babal. It's facing the wrong way though. Wait a minute. That doesn't line up with the room as we know it. I just don't understand. What exactly is so great about the top knot there? Clearly there's a depth to this show that a young person like you can't fathom. Okay, Boomer. Speaking of young people, aren't young children the target audience of this show of costumed actors? So, yeah, Edgeworth likes a tokusatsu show called The Steel Samurai. The star of the show is right here, dude! He's not the person who plays it in the show. He plays him in this stage play right now. He happens to be our childhood friend, who usually gets into trouble all the time. The counterpart to the Babley's butterfly is the Alabastian flower. Is it butterfly? Oh, wait, is this the same? This is the exact same. It's the same dialogue. I'm just gonna skip through it. Yeah. So, how is everybody doing tonight? Hope you're ready for some chilling out. Hope you guys enjoyed the announcement this morning if you like to play Super Smash Brothers. As you can tell, I have acknowledged it. Constant reminder on the bottom of the screen there. I should probably credit the person who made this Minecraft skin. I probably should. Let's see. Honestly, I just searched for Minecraft Edgeworth and picked whichever one looked nice, but let's see. The person who made this, not this one. The person who made this skin is named Nova Skin. What? Is named, it was uploaded by Anonymous. All right. Well, they don't want to be credited, so they're bad. Da 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 da. Do that. Nice try. You can't just say chicken attack times 10. That's not a thing. No matter how hard you try, you'll never be a necessity in our Shifu's investigation. Is that a fact? But no matter how good he is bound to overlook something. If you insult our Shifu, then prepare to be punished. Oh, what? You gonna pull out your gun? And how exactly would you punish us? Every investigator under Shifu's command will work to disrupt your investigation. Vindictive much? I mean, that sounds like Shilong Lang. Do. It's out of stock. Chicken attack times 1 is only once per stream. It's already happened. If you want to do it again, you gotta pay for the 100. You did some investigating over in the Babley's embassy too, right? Thanks for the hydrate. I did? Is there a problem? Lang Z says, a wolf who aims to hunt for 2 rabbits at once. I believe the idiom you require is, he who runs after 2 hares will catch neither. A real wolf can catch both. Where did this metaphor go? I see. So what you're trying to say is, seeing as how I'm currently handling 2 cases... Suit yourself. But don't say I didn't warn you. Is that a roundabout way to say that if I'm good enough, then he might believe in me, maybe? If their name is anonymous, they suck because we can't credit them. We'll never know. Yo, it's anonymous. It's the guy that makes all the poems in Hey Arnold's class. Wow. Such a famous writer. Or how about, in programming, there's, if you sign up for a website and your name happens to be null, as in N-U-L-L, it messes up a lot of badly programmed websites because they interpret it as null as in an empty value in a database or whatnot. And if they don't handle it correctly, they break a lot of stuff on certain websites. Like, come on, that's baby stuff. You learn that in your baby's first programming class. Sanitize your inputs. Know this. Or, that ninja from Metal Gear Solid Portable Ops. So, this is the victim. Damask the Second. What is with his gaudy outfit? You don't know?
about Mask Star Damask. A few months ago, this thief caused a lot of havoc on the populace.
So this thief is separate from the Yatagarasu?
I thought they were for a while, because their MO and targets were different. Damask likes high-value trinkets and jewels, and being gaudy is his signature. Gumshoe was in charge of that investigation, so he'd know more about Damask.
That's alright. All I probably hear are tales of his failure anyway.
Hey, he was a really good thief. Huh, you haven't changed a bit, I see.
In any case, let's get started here, shall we? I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. So if you're coming in on a raid, thank you for sticking it out. If you need to go to sleep, don't let me keep you. But show of hands, who's played an Ace Attorney game before? Or maybe who's playing through an Ace Attorney game right now? This game's a spin-off. It's based on the timeline of the original trilogy. Happens like right after, and has a lot of references to it. It's very good. I heavily recommend it to people who have already played the original trilogy and love it. Yeah, Cupcakes raising 3 hands. Oh yeah, you've played all 3. Also, what's up to Cupcakes? Welcome on in. So this is the murder weapon in this case. There's blood on the blade. It's a rather sweeping sword, isn't it? What did you expect? It's Steel Samurai Daddy's secondary weapon. I only call it his secondary weapon because although he uses his sword in most of his battles, it's his trusty samurai spear that he turns to in a real fight. That's the signature move, you gotta save it for the end.
Kega! Doreru! Breaker!
You sure know quite a bit about the Steel Samurai. That's only because I saw the stage show earlier. The owner of this sword is the Steel Samurai. Or in other words, Larry. I should probably ask him about it, as detrimental as it is to proving him innocent. Sword. Rule of thumb in Ace Attorney, whenever you get new evidence, you should probably check it. Weapon that's used on stage thought to have killed Damask II. It's a sword. Now, there's blood on, like, one edge. So, if it was actually used, I would imagine it was used to slice and not to stab. I wonder if that's important, maybe. What's probably important is the way that statue's facing. And then here it says, the flowers, the vines are supported by stakes still growing, sure. Ooh, can I... Oh. I thought I was gonna get a 3D model of the Primiduck statue. You know one exists. It's gonna be so cool. Family's Ink. There's not really much to investigate. Oh, is this a 3D model? Yes, it is. Look at that. So something that this game has that the main trilogy does not, except for Case 5 of Game 1. It has 3-dimensional evidence sometimes, and you actually look around and investigate it. Like, this was supposed to be the big draw of Case 5 and Ace Attorney 1, because it was made just for the DS. 3D graphics, dude, wow! A knife handle with a butterfly on it. I wonder what the blade that should be attached to is. This should be attached to is.
Tokyo Tomare! Muda Muda!
That's me. I'm just anime, embodied. There's not a single shred of fashion sense in Damask's costume. Well, at least I can appreciate the great effort he must have put into making it. Dude, there weren't any conventions this year. He wanted to use his cosplay somewhere.
You two don't know? You can buy this costume almost anywhere now.
You can buy it, never mind. Just like how Miles Morales does in Spider-Verse. It's being sold? Since when? Where can I get one?
Since around New Year's, the streets are practically flooded with them.
I'm just imagining, like, New York, where they're just on the street doing performances.
Turns out, Damask is a lot more popular than I thought he'd be.
I can't believe that foolish fool would dress in fool's clothing to act foolishly. We got your point about 3 foolishes back, Francisca. Perhaps around the 3rd foolish you've ever said in your life. He's holding something in his hand. What is he holding? Looks like a piece of paper from a notepad. Oh. It's a map. It would appear that the directions on how to reach this room were written by hand. There's something written on the back as well. I'd like you to steal the Primiduck statue in this room. What is that supposed to mean? Who writes a note to themselves like that? It's not a note to himself, it's an order. But why was this, fool working for somebody else? Maybe blackmail? Something like that. I'm sure he's a nobody. Adam Oliveira, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the investigation. If I had to guess from the text, I would say that this is actually a request from someone about what to steal. Just who is the person that requested the theft of the Primiduck statue? Maybe it's Mr. Paleno, Paleo Diet, Palmolive? Maybe he knows that his is a fake, so he wants the real one? Maybe. Says he'll do absolutely anything for the tourism industry. I'd say it's within his character. There we go, Tyrell Bad. 60 years old. You know, he's looking good for 60. Eagle-eyed homicide detective. Partner killed 7 years ago. Oof. There's not a single shred of fashion. Oh yeah, I looked at the hat earlier, so I thought that might have been part of him. All right, this cloth. I suppose this was the wrapping cloth the master II used to carry his stolen goods. But there's nothing wrapped in it now. I guess he never did manage to get his hands on whatever it was he was out to steal. Alrighty. Afternoon for you, but it's a good evening. Have a happy time zone. That's what I've learned to say. Alright, Larry, I've got a question for you. A mighty weapon. Larry, let me just tap you on the chest a little bit. Just, oh, he's not gonna do it again? Dang. Larry, about the samurai sword that was used as the murder weapon. The sprites in this game get uncomfortably close to each other. They were designed for, like, actions of pointing all the way across the room. Not like, you, right there, 2 feet in front of me. I'm touching your chest. What do you say about that? Oh, that! Well, I shook hands with the ambassador in this room, you know. Yes, apparently you did. And, well, I totally forgot about it and left it behind when I left afterwards. You want to talk about shock? I was the most shocked of all when I heard it killed someone. What the? Shocked! Doot. Foolish fool, looking especially foolish for foolishly stating such a foolish excuse. Foolish samurai warrior! It actually fits. For once it fits. Larry is currently a foolish samurai warrior. And, hopefully he didn't actually wield that murderous magic sword. Ugh. You forgot to take something that big with you? Who would believe such a tale? Hold it. Food! Sorry, Mr. Von Karma, but I believe him, unfortunately. Because if anyone could forget something like that, it would be Larry. Of course, it would. Yellow Pikachu. Yellow Pikachu always has the best emotes. Like, I'm almost tempted to give them, like, just give them emotes from other streams I know so that, because I know they'll make the best use of it. Edgy! You believe me! I just knew that our friendship is something special! Anyway, even if Larry had simply forgotten the sword and left it behind, that in no way clears his name, which means that I will have to prove his innocence from a different angle. Speaking of angle, let's see if I have any logic to put together. Because I don't think I've gotten anything new evidence-wise. Nope, smoke from chimney. Wait a minute. So that's what we got from... No, what's... Can I investigate the chimney? I know it wasn't used. That's a contradiction right there. I guess I can't use logic on it right yet. I have to deduce. Let's see. Maybe I'm missing something. I know I'm missing something here because it still says I need to inspect every nook and cranny. Let's see. Let's check this photo. Is the spear visible here? It is not. So I know I have to do something about the spear. It's bent. How did it happen? Do I know that was gonna happen? Did I happen to look up the guide in case I missed something obvious? This is a little weird, but sure. Let's deduce. The spear. It's all bent out of shape, dude. It contradicts this drawing of a spear somehow. Larry, about this spear. Oh, are you feeling it? Bam! I felt there was something strange about this spear. Tell me, Larry, is it just me or is the spear a bit bent? Hey man, it happens to a lot of guys. Look, it's just a natural bend, okay? Oh, jeez. What? No way. It's exactly as it should be, yo. I have here the autograph that you wrote for me earlier. Now, take a good look at this, which you drew with your own hands. You can see that the spear is clearly of a different shape. It's a drawing. Of course it can be different. Let's see where this goes. How is this important? What do you have to say to that? I'm sorry! When I hold the spear in my hands, all of a sudden I feel super powerful. And then, during practice, I was spinning it around and around. And bam! I hit the wall! Ah. Hold it! You unbelievable... This is an embassy! But I've always been like that. Ever since I was a kid. Sounds like you never stopped being a kid. One time on an overnight field trip, I brought a fake sword and played with it late that night. I'm just a useless, hot-blooded man! Larry, clarify that for me, will you? What do you mean by you're a man? Now you're a man! A man! Okay, so it was some field trip, and I began to shadow fight with myself. Not that! I meant what you said earlier about spinning the spear and hitting a wall. Oh, that! It's no biggie. It's not like I left a hole or anything. That's not why I'm asking, Larry. The samurai spear is made of metal. I somehow doubt that a move as simple as spinning it around can cause it to bend. She hit the wall. Man, Edgy, you're so naive. Maybe the prop is made of aluminum? What? Where did that come from? Well, you keep calling it the samurai spear. But it's not real. You can't really fight someone with it. Because it's hollow on the inside. You could hit it against practically anything and it would bend. Is that so? His dreams shattered. Don't tell me you thought it was real. Oh, but don't take it the wrong way. I just think that part of your personality is cute. Wait a minute. I see. Your friendship truly is something special, Miles Edgeworth. That's not friendship. It's utter humiliation. Diddle-o-do. Why do I have this? Why do I need this? What? Well, I had the samurai spear now. Yeah, he did it while advanced it. Yep, sure. Let's see if Larry has anything else to say about it, though. Present. Spear. Here, take it. I don't need it anymore. It's useless. Hey! That's an official Steel Samurai weapon! Huh? What? You want me to do it? No, you have no idea how many fans asked that of me! Well, what are you prattling on about now?
Steel Samurai strength!
How was that? I bet it sent shivers up your spine! Wow, it's like you sound like a completely different person. I let myself get caught up in being a spectator. How could I have failed myself? He's just that good. You gotta give it to Larry. He's a good actor. Maybe this is his calling. He should keep the mask on forever. Oh no. Now let's see. He's also saying he won't rest to this scene. Interestingly enough. Maybe if I re-inspect something. Now that we have the spear. It might be important. And I also need to ask Larry about the sword. Here you go. This is his theme. It's just so generic. Wait, I don't have the sword in my inventory. Yes, I do. Here you go. Hey, that's an official Steel Samurai weapon. Oh, same thing. How dare you, sir? Taking on the persona of my idol. Ruining the image of the Steel Samurai forever. Well, you know. You're still looking kind of sus, though. Yeah, baby. I think I'm missing some more evidence. I never checked this. I did check this. I never checked this. There are decorative plants here as well. This room is overflowing with nature. Humans used to live in the grandeur of nature once, long ago. I believe I'm not mistaken in thinking that those people truly loved nature. This coming from a man who loves shows featuring costumed actors. Oh, she just had to go there again, didn't she? I'm sure. Do. Okay. I forgot that this was an entirely different view. There's still a contradiction here. Deduce that she's facing the wrong way. I thought this was gonna come up later, but it's now. Here you go. Eureka! Wait a minute, what? Look at the photo. Look at this photograph. And tell me what you find odd about it this scene, Miss Von Karma. The apparent joy on the ambassador's face as he shakes the top knot's hand. That's not it. I was trying to point out that the statue in the photo is facing a different way. You're right. This statue is a national treasure. As such, only an ambassador or a secretariat-level person is allowed to handle it. The fact that the statue is facing one way in this photo, and now it's facing a different direction in this preserved crime scene, is proof that someone touched this statue around the time of the crime. Or maybe, you know, Alba just moved it for the photo and then moved it back. Why not? Do. So that's in my inventory now. Is it? Or is it logic? Hello? They added to the existing photo? Do. Ah, there we go. We have details now. No, we don't. What exactly got added? Hold on a second. To the statue? Ah, here we go. Signs it was moved during the murder. Was it you, Larry? Was it you? I'm sure I can ask somebody about this. We're at that point where I think I have everything. Do. Do. Shoot do. Yeah, this is ooh. Oh. Okay, let me double check everything I can examine. I never checked his face. I checked his hat and his body. I thought that the mask had quit the business.
This guy, he's just a copycat using the name. A phony successor. He's just another petty thief.
I thought it said pretty thief. Yeah, no, how can you tell he's wearing a mask?
His real identity is an out-of-work guy by the name of Kashino.
Casino?
Yeah, he was always at the pachinko parlor, losing all his money. He's 29 and wanted on larceny charges.
Wow, imagine being 29.
From his clothes and what he was carrying, we determined that this guy is the real Damas II.
The real fake door. The cause of death appears to be loss of blood from the back of the head. It appears he was struck with something very hard. In other words, he was bludgeoned to death. Then what's with the sword? I guess that about wraps up my investigation. Is Kashino in the why? By the way, this is the only time you see him without the mask. Look at him. Opportunist unrelated to First Damask, found in Alabast. Sure, why not? I guess that about wraps up my investigation. Bad, more like B-A-D. Because he's one bad dude. More like dad. Exactly. The big dad energy. That's... Gaspu! It's the Pink Princess! Yo! Pink Princess! How are you feeling? Still feeling ill? That must be Mina. Of course, nobody else. And yet another strange character comes out of the woodwork. Bad, more like dab. Don't dab. Do dab, though. Do-do-do-dab-do-dab. And so the Pink Princess also comes to pay the Alabastian embassy a visit. What is this, a crossover episode? I believe I made you to speak with her as well. Don't do it, Edgeworth. It's a sign of trouble. It's very suspicious. Miss Pink Princess, I have a few questions I'd like to ask you. Miss Pink Princess, if you would like... Oh, no! Me?
This must be what they call fate.
Why does her costume have like takoyakis? 2 big old takoyakis. Why? Why? All right, Sleepy Memories, thank you for loading up the weapon. Let's see if this takes care of her. Stop it. Stop her now. Fire! Fire! All cylinders! Fire everything we've got! This'll do it. This'll do it. No. No. No! How? She survived. She survived? She lives forever. She'll live forever. We'll see her in Ace Attorney 7, like however many years in the future, and she'll still look exactly the same. She's immortal. She made some sort of deal. What if, like, it's revealed that Old Bag's actually been dead throughout the entire Ace Attorney series, and she's made her appearances through spirit channeling? Like, somebody's been channeling her every time we meet her. Spirit channeling's a thing in this world. Why not? I really hope that Capcom doesn't go that crazy with the story. The Ace Attorney series has prided itself on being somewhat realistic. Oh well, thank you for the attempt, Sleepy Memories.
This must be what they call fate.
Oh, could this happen 2 days in a row? What the? Aren't you Mrs. Oldbag? Why are you so surprised?
Ah, so you're the one they got to play the Steel Samurai. It's too bad I didn't realize that until now.
They do not do rehearsals without dress rehearsal? Oh no! Yellow Pikachu, it's Old Bag with a sword. New edition, let's go. Time to gouge your eyes back. Time to gouge your eyes out. Okay, well, you go do that. We'll wait. We'll wait, Weenie. One day I'll protect you from Old Bag too. One day. Hopefully it'll be effective. You are acquaintances with Larry?
Why, yes, we worked at the same company for a little while, you know. That's why it's okay, my edgy poo. You don't need to be jealous.
No!
I was in the next room, you know, trying to get in some beauty sleep.
Well, you need a lot of it. Sorry. Not sorry.
But it was so noisy here that I couldn't fall asleep, so I came over to complain. So imagine my shock when I saw my precious edgy poo waiting here for me. I mean, who could have imagined that you would ever come to a show like this?
She knows his weakness.
I guess I misjudged you, Edgy Poo.
So that's why they said the princess looked like she threw out her hip. Because she did. Probably both hips at the same time. No practice acting without costumes? Like, apparently only dress rehearsals. Edgeworth's husbando and waifu turned out to be his 2 favorite people. Wow, his favorite people in the whole world.
You misjudged him? I thought he was trying to avoid me, you know.
There was no misjudgment on your part. That's precisely what I was trying to do.
But it looks like the winds have shifted and he's now willing to be chased after. I'm simply overwhelmed. Don't you worry, Edgy Poo. I'll chase after you forever, to the ends of the earth.
Isn't that just peachy? This is one of those rare times when Francisca and I actually see eye to eye. Got myself a notion. Here, take this autograph. I no longer want it.
What's this? A present for me?
No! Obviously, I can't simply give you a piece of evidence.
I see. You're just embarrassed to give it to me in front of all of these people. But don't worry, I can wait. A present of love from my Edgy Poo is beyond worth it.
Alright, let's not do that anymore. What a Potter.
If you only knew how much, Francisca.
All right, let's hurry it up. I don't want to have to talk to her for any longer than I need to. Now then, what are you doing here? She's too much. Oh, this is just the beginning, Origination. Go ahead, play the first game. Do it.
I thought you were working at Gatewaterland as the Pink Badger.
What are you talking about? That was ages ago. That was literally yesterday. That was yesterday. Look, I worked at Global Studios before, a long time ago, right?
That was 2 years ago?
Well, they called me up this morning and kind of out of the blue, actually.
They called you?
Apparently, the girl who plays the Pink Princess collapsed from a bad cold. It happened so suddenly, so they called me in to be her last-minute replacement.
They must have called a lot of understudies if they managed to end up with Old Bag. Do they not have anybody else? What about Penny Nickel? She could do it. Do they not have enough people on staff at that studio? This is spooky. This is our Halloween costume, dude.
I really couldn't say no, so here I am, playing the role of the heroine. Instead of that Mindy girl, I mean. But the poor girl, I feel bad for her. Because they let me stand in for her, she's going to have a terrible time when she returns. I mean, I'm not exactly what everything for the people, so I have to be standing at the very last because I showed her the very most of the shark, it's still up, the audience was an uproar, but there's really a bunch of simple things. You're a rather lively old lady.
So basically, you received the stand-in request this morning, correct?
You got it. If you need to see it, I've got it right here. Look.
It appears that she is telling the truth. I need to double check that. Maybe it was meant for somebody else.
I tell you, my fine acting moved the entire audience to tears.
Yes, tears of laughter, as I recall. Because you couldn't stay on script. What we got? Not the Cadopian paper. What is this? Stand-in request. Oh, you don't even get to read it. We just have to take its word for it.
But being famous has its problems too, you know. Here, take a look at this. It's my hip. I threw it out. It's in 5 pieces. It's a letter from a stalker.
Oh. Oh. Oh, I see where the source of confusion lies.
I was taking my break when I found this stuck under the door to my room. Honestly, you really have to watch out for these kinds of things. Look at what it says. Wendy, I'll be descending on you from above tonight. Your loving knight, Wendy.
Wendy. Yes, of course, there's an accent mark on the E. That's how you spell her name. Always has been.
How absolutely revolting. I mean, you'd think he could get my name right. There's no accent in my name.
Wait. This horrible handwriting. Where have I seen this before? This chicken scratch.
Ah, but now that you're here, Edgy Poo, I feel 100% safe.
Nice E. Why do I factor into this? You hope your chest still looks like hers when you're her age. Yeah, I think they're part of the costume. Either that or somebody lost their jumbo takoyaki. The restaurant from across the street called. They lost their display.
You'd bust that evil stalker man for my sake, wouldn't you, Edgy Poo?
Well, if you allow me the liberty to handle this in my own way, I'll gladly dispatch a detective to your house later.
Oh, come on, Edgy Poo. Stop being so dismissive and playing hard to get.
No, really, I'll send a detective. It's Gumshoe. And I'll hire him to keep you at your house and staying there for as long as humanly possible. Letter from a stalker. Let's go. I don't think we have to worry about here in the modern Ace Attorney games. Like, if they bring back Wendy Oldbag before they bring back Gumshoe, there's gonna be a riot. I swear. Like, I do not want to see her. I do, but I don't. It's like, I think we have had enough interaction with her and Edgeworth in this game. Like, I'm pretty sure we're only seeing her this much because this is the Edgeworth game. So, yeah, we're okay without her. Or Miss Oldbag has mistakes from bad punishment. Check the button for details. Look at that. It says Mindy, but it says Wendy.
I did see a picture. I don't know if I can still find it. Let me see if I can. You know how Japanese restaurants usually have those model foods on display outside the restaurant so you know what you're ordering? Usually like curry places and ramen places have it. I saw one where they were displaying Godzilla, like a Godzilla figurine in a bowl, and saying, oh, yeah, that's on the menu. If you want it, you gotta pay like $1,000. You gotta pay $1,000. Like, they put it on the menu just so that they could have the model in the window. But in order to put it on the menu, it has to have a price. No, wait, yeah, no, I found it. I actually found it. Check it. Look at this. It's fried. It's tempura Godzilla. Let me read the story about this. What have they done to you? Turns out Godzilla wanted to go back home to the ocean, but instead of going into the ocean, he went into a giant deep fryer. I do not have the story. I just have fried Godzilla on display at a restaurant in Nagaragawa, wherever that is. But it's actually real. Why not? Fried Godzilla. I'm sure Gumshoe would eat this. Just where can I put this? This is important evidence. It's going into my organizer. I'm keeping it. I'll put it right here for now. Right there. Where were you at the time of the murder? He went to the sun. That's why he's fried to a crisp. Godzilla, no! F in the chat for Godzilla. Is that edible? It's on the menu? I don't think it's made of food, though. I think it's just like literally an action figure or something that they fried. And if you buy it, you just have it, I guess? You just buy the figure. What were you doing at the time of the crime? It's not unlike Japanese restaurants to provide, like, merchandise to sell while you eat there. I would, you know what? I'm gonna try to put that on my list next time I'm able to visit Japan. Maybe it'll be on the way. Just, you know, and the same day I'll take the bullet train, I'll visit the giant Gundam, I'll visit the Godzilla Cafe, I don't know, go to the One Piece Museum. Let's go. Pirates!
What crime?
What?
After the show was over, I had nothing but free time on my hands. So I used the fireplace in the room next door to keep my bed hip warm.
Oh, she was staying next door. That's why there was a smoky fireplace.
Well, a murder occurred in the room right next to yours. Is that right? Oh, Edgy Poo, I'm so scared. Hold me, caress me.
Don't hold. If you could please not cling on to my personage. In any case, I take it then that you failed to show up at Ambassador Alba's speech.
Oh, that? No, I didn't go. I mean, I may have the heart of a young tender maiden, but my body just refuses to cooperate at times. As soon as the show ended, my hips started acting up and got stiff. I couldn't move out at all.
Can you provide proof of your condition?
Oh, you just go on ahead and ask the doctors in the infirmary. They're the ones who carried me from the theater all the way to this embassy. Although if you'd like to inspect my hip a little closer...
Okay, that's enough out of you. I have to admit, the thought of her not being able to leave that room was rather pleasant. Too bad she recovered. Oops. Dog! Doggy! Dog! Pupper. Prosecutor Von Karma, I brought the police dog, as you requested, sir. That's not... I think I know the dog's name. I think it's the dog from Ace Attorney, one that you might be able to take. Good work. You may leave now, officer. Look at him, little Shiba Inu. Do they train Shiba Inus for police work? I don't think they do. Huh. This dog. That dog. Inspect the takoyaki. Don't inspect the takoyaki! You think you ate the fish thing on Godzilla. You don't remember the name, but you know the fish thing. It's probably just like fish. What? I think that's also a tempura of action figure. Who knows? Maybe it's like deep fried chocolate or something. Pupple. Don't eat Larry's hot dogs. Don't do it. I requested the assistance of a dog in our search for the Atagarasu. Look at him. Looks like you guys have some pretty bright dogs in this country too. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Oh, it's Missile! It's Missile! Fun fact, Takumi's dog's name is Missile, so he put his dog in the game that he makes. So in both this and Ghost Trick, there's a dog named Missile. I think that's the story. Let me double check that, or if anybody can corroborate. Missile Ace Attorney. Missile character. There's a wiki and everything. Missile! Shiba Inu. The Missile in Ghost Trick is a Pomeranian, and he's a good boy. He's a very good boy. Oh, he makes an appearance in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. One of Phoenix's attacks is just sending the dog out. Like the zombie dog that Jill has in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Oh, that's adorable. That's adorable. His name was given to core developer Shu Takumi's real-life pet Pomeranian. Oh. So Takumi named his dog after the game dog. That's also adorable. Hey, you're a real cutie, aren't you? Yeah, that's a good boy. That's the police dog Gumshoe's been taken care of. I think its name is Missile. What's a fitting name for a police dog that dashes out in front of an attacks? Okay, it's not a canine unit. She's not trained to maul. Missile! That action alone isn't exactly what's going to solve the case for us, you know. Unless you plan on using him in conjunction with your whip. Yeah. Now, Missile, I want you to find some clues. Go! Was this Blue's Clues? A clue! What the? Origination's going to bed. Thanks for the stream. Good night. Good night, team. Go! Hey, have a good night, Origination. Thank you again for that raid. I hope to see you play some more Luigi's Mansion because it is fantastic. Have a good night, sir. And I'll see you later. Good dog. You really are quite right, aren't you? Unlike a certain someone I know. You better be talking about Gumshoe. Now, what do we have here? Oh, a samurai dog. What is this? Looks like a small hot dog, but... Wait. Francisca, isn't that an official samurai dog? Looks like Larry is in the hot dog business again, lads. That doesn't sound like a dog at all. Ah, no! Bad Missile! He ate it. I wonder if it's alright for him to eat that. Too late now. It's just a meat substance snack featuring the Steel Samurai. I'm sure it'll be fine. Just mind the gas. Yeah, I heard about that, Windy. The real-life Missile is no longer with us. This series is old. It's been a while. But I'm sure he was a good boy. I'm sure he was the best boy. Oh. That's quite a bit of information you gathered there in a single quick glance. We should really be focusing on why there was a samurai dog in there in the first place. It looks like that snack wasn't all Missile found. Oh, and what do we have here? It appears to be a lady's undershirt. Why? What? It better not be old bags. I wonder if Ambassador Alba might have an interest in cross-dressing. You know what? I'll take that over that being old bag shirt. I somehow doubt that. Doesn't look like the shirt would even fit him. I don't know. What do you guys think? Seems like a rather frail old man. Why? Where is this case going? A samurai dog and a lady's undershirt. What are these two items doing in a room like this? Given the circumstances, the lady's undershirt can only belong to one person. Francisca. No, I suppose I should get this over with and ask the owner of said undershirt about it. Stuff is just happening at this point, honestly. Larry, I know this is yours. No, it's not. There's only one. I don't know. I hesitate to call old bag a lady. Just saying. Just saying. Can I examine this? Do I want to examine this? If you could please take a look at this brown-colored undershirt. Unfortunately, who else could it belong to? Oh, Hedgy Poo. What is the meaning of this? Oh, this is not what it looks like.
Why did you steal that thing from my bags? From my own bags? All you had to do was ask, and I would have gladly given you as many as you'd like. Oh, no!
Thanks, but no thanks. This shirt was found here at this crime scene. You literally saw it happen.
What?
Oh, no. No! Larry must have stolen it because he thought it was Mindy's and then it ended up here. Come now, why don't you just confess and explain what it's doing here?
I know nothing! Nothing, I tell you!
What?
Oh, I admit that I used the fireplace to dry that shirt, but I can't really help the fact that I had to, you know? Wearing that pink princess costume was like being in a sauna! And on top of that, I get fingered as a suspect? You're too cruel, Edgy Poo!
Are you claiming that you never once set foot inside this room?
Of course I am! If I had been the one to find the body, do you think I'd be as calm and relaxed as I am?
It was a self-report. You're sus.
I tell you, the temple daughter, the camera's missing, the lawyer said it's all my fault they're missing. The students get missing, doesn't matter, my husband, when we got married, he said, I guess I'm stuck marrying you. What a way to pronounce that? I guess you should have my decision, but I can't help it when you marry the honestly men these days.
Sorry about your husband, Wendy? Are you still married and you're hitting on Edgeworth? What? What? Do I know about Edgeworth's dog Pess? I never knew Edgeworth had a dog. That's adorable. What kind of dog is it? Takumi has said, oh, word of the creator, huh? Edgeworth has a dog named Pess, whose Edgeworth's emotional state depends on, oh, no. Oh, Pess is probably Edgeworth's, like, support dog whenever there's an earthquake. That's adorable and sad. Pink not sus, doing task at fireplace. I can confirm, I saw. No, they were just standing there. They're pretending to task. Self-report. Well, I don't believe she's lying about her actions. Now they're all worked up, so I can safely assume she really was drying his shirt by the fireplace on her break. Probably not in this room though. And somehow the undershirt managed to move from the next room into this one. Somehow. Yeah. And I assume the samurai dog was also yours.
Ah, that brilliant mind of yours. You really can see through everything about me.
I'd rather not. And so the feeling of dread continues, but I suppose I should ask more for details. Where was the body? It was in this room. Dun-dun. All right, more details. Samurai dogs. Samurai dogs, get your hot dogs right here, right here. That samurai dog was yours, wasn't it? I know that this is a different type of food in the Japanese game, and it was kind of the same thing that Larry was selling in game 1. He was running a hot dog stand, but it was actually it's like some type of croquette sandwich stand, something like that. I guess they were trying to keep it consistent and just made it more hot dogu. That samurai dog was yours, wasn't it? It was in the room. It wasn't me. I was doing medbay.
Oh, of course, I'm forever yours, my edgy wedgy poo.
Hold it! If you could just stick to what I asked you.
Edgy, are you and Miss Oldbag?
No! Jesus, Edgeworth.
You really don't change, do you? When will you learn how to take a joke?
Doesn't sound like a joke.
Anyway, that samurai dog wasn't mine. Those things are a present from the studio to the embassy.
A present?
The studio bigwigs basically told us to play delivery boys. We were supposed to hand the dogs out to the embassy people and tell them hi. I had to pile them all up into the pushcart just to move them all.
The baby cart?
Those studio guys should have delivered those things by themselves, right, Edgy?
So did you deliver the samurai dogs to the MC staff as per your instructions?
Hey, Edgy, don't just ignore me and my question. Aren't you going to stick up for me? Ah, about that. See, after the show, I went to rest a spell in the dressing room. Because of my bad hip, you know.
Yes, I know.
And there they were. The samurai dogs were just sitting on the dressing room floor.
On the floor? Oh, floor dogs. Well, at least they had boxes. I suppose you had to make preparations for distributing them after the show.
Well, if by preparation you mean sampling them as well.
Excuse me?
Oh, I tried one and thought they were actually quite good.
can you even digest hot dogs in your age, old bag? I'm pretty sure hot dogs aren't great for you.
Sorry, but I just had to find out. I know it was silly of me to think this, but I figured that since they're for a kids show, their taste was probably for kids too. But they were so good that I couldn't stop. Before I went back to my room, I just had to help myself to half a dozen or so boxes.
Wait a minute. Where do you put it all?
As I sat there by the roaring fire, warming them and eating them, I thought,
That could be evidence. Why are you eating them all? Oh no. Why? Why is old bag involved? Why? Takumi, why?
what is it now? Oh, I know. I bet you want a box too, don't you, my edgy poo? Well, who am I to say no to you? But I only give you one. The rest are all for me.
Think of the calories. Think of the cholesterol. You should not be eating this. Here, give them all to me. I'll give them the gumshoe.
Wait, what?
Yes, it is old bag. Looks like the lesson for today is that when the Steel Samurai and the Pink Princess take off their masks, they transform into a pair of annoying troublemakers. Teenagers with attitude they are not. That's... oh no! That's why she has takoyaki. That's where it all goes. Ew! Stop it. Stop it with the takoyaki. I'm never eating takoyaki again in my life. It's now ruined for me. Good dog. It was a much bigger help than I thought he would be. Yes, however, there are a few aspects I don't understand about what he found. In that case, you should keep on investigating until you do understand. Now, my subordinate, continue with the investigation. All right, I will. With great dread, I proceed and do what I must to solve the case. We do what we must because we can. She ate half a dozen. She ate 6 hot dogs. Okay, let's put these two logics together. Anytime the game just suddenly ends, I'm immediately thinking logic. There you go. There's no trace of this room's fireplace being used. And your point is? Smoke was supposedly pouring out of the chimney connected to this fireplace. At least, according to Larry, this is a contradiction of fact, is it not? Are you sure he wasn't just disoriented as something up on that roof? There is testimony from an investigator that puts Larry at this particular chimney. So, no, I don't think it was a mistaken impression on Larry's part. On the other hand, the fireplace in the room next door was being used at the time. Where do you suppose the smoke from that fireplace went? Ah, I see. So what you are proposing is this. The smoke that came out of the chimney was actually from Miss Oldbag's fire. So basically the fireplaces of neighboring rooms share one chimney. Is that what you are implying? Probably. Precisely. Maybe the shirt got sucked up by the smoke and then just into the other chimney. The only thing I can think of. 6 hot dogs. That cannot be good for you. Like, I have a pack of hot dogs in the fridge right now. I ordered them from online grocery. Just as sort of like a snack. I can put chili and cheese on them. Not great for you, but you know, I have to follow my idol Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, chili cheese dogs! Only in emergencies when I'm not actually like cooking anything healthier. The lady's undershirt that Mr. found. You can only eat 2 hot dogs. Depends. They did say it looked like a small hot dog, and localized they were probably something else. But jeez, that's still a lot. You can only eat 2. You can only eat 1. Why are you getting all excited over holding onto a lady's undergarment? Miles Edgeworth, you uncouth sea slug? You've been hanging out with Larry Butts too long. If you know the owner said undershirt, then hurry up and return it to her already. You have it all wrong. This is evidence. Of course it is. And the owner of this piece of evidence was in the room next door. And yet, despite that, Mr. found it in the fireplace of this room. This lady's undershirt. Are you seriously claiming that it somehow passed through a solid brick wall? Not quite. It's a ghost! The fireplace in this room is connected to a chimney. The other fireplace in the other room is also connected to the same chimney, leading us to the possibility that the 2 fireplaces are connected to each other. Perhaps a closer look at the back of the fireplace is in order? Let's go! I still love the birds in the top right. There's an X on the back of the fireplace. Oh, that's how you close the window. Let's see if I can get a better look at it. Ooh! Resident Evil much? Just like something out of Resident Evil 7, I'll tell you. I totally am going to enjoy playing Resident Evil 4 tomorrow. Hopefully I don't spend too much time on World of Horror, but I also want to spend so much time on World of Horror. That game is great. Spooky times. I'm excited. Dusty Kuga. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What was behind the fireplace? It was chickens. Look out. They're pouring out. Chicken upon chicken. What have we done? We've released them all. They were being contained. It's like releasing the booze in Luigi's Mansion 1. Oh, now we gotta go find them all. I'm not doing that side quest. What's that? The wall separating this room's fireplace from the next room's fireplace apparently turns and releases chickens. As I suspected, this fireplace does indeed connect this room to a farm. The neighboring room? Yes, that too. There appears to be nothing particular about the next room. But the fact that there is nothing special about the next room isn't what's important. It's the fact that there is a secret passageway through this room's fireplace.
Ah, a secret escape.
An uncouth sea slug is a cute insult. It's cute coming from Von Karma, I'll tell you that. This is sad. Don't worry, we'll find the chickens. We now know that the fireplace connects the two rooms. But how exactly is that significant? You aren't going to suddenly name the old lady as the masked the second's killer now, are you? No, she couldn't move at all because of her stiff hip. So she could not have been the one. Unfortunately, I believe that this fireplace has nothing whatsoever to do with Damash II's murder. Murder. It's probably important, though. Okay. There's a little bit more. I feel like it's gonna be about a 3 to 4 hour stream, so let's keep going. It would appear that the answer has made itself known. You're making quite a confident face there, Mr. Prosecutor. Bring it on. I'm ready to counter any argument you may have. Very well then, if you're prepared. Prepare for the coup of a century. Be prepared for the murkiest scam. I'll show you exactly where my deductions have led me. Good. I'm counting on you, Edgy. Well, first of all, I need to debunk your lies. Leave it to me, Larry. My first attack will be to expose your lie for what it really is. My lie! I know that there's still something you're keeping from the rest of us. What's wrong with you? Why is it you won't believe me no matter what I say, Edgy? Curse you! I should just hurry up and die already if that's how it's gonna be. Wait a minute. I'll confess to every murder in the whole world and then kill myself. That's not cool, dude. And throw everything into mass confusion! You made some wonderful friends as a child, I see. Larry gets like this. Larry, I only have one thing to say to you. Mineworth. That's him right there. Even if you make that face at me, it's no use. Can you not see? Can you not see how stone-faced I am? Look into my eyes. Look into my special eyes. Wait. My eyes. Wait a minute. There you go. There you go. I'm Pyrone. What's up? Welcome on in, Pie. How you doing? Welcome to Ace Attorney. I'm arguing with my quote-unquote childhood friend because he's halting the investigation just to protect his image that isn't very good to begin with. Come on, man. It has been fun, Pie. Yeah, absolutely. This game, it might be my favorite Ace Attorney game if you count it like by itself. But in the context of the trilogy, I'd say my favorite would be Trials and Tribulations. Does that make sense? Like, Trials and Tribulations is enhanced by being the third in a trilogy, as well as being a fantastic game. But this one is nice to take by itself because it's a spin-off and just tells you everything you need to know. It gets a little convoluted. But to me it fits as like... It was originally, to me, a finale for the Ace Attorney series as a whole. Then they made more games. So, now it's just kind of weirdly difficult. I still love it, though. Even if you make that face at me, it's no use! A man who's ready to die is strong-willed, you know!
Larry, it doesn't matter what sort of harebrained trouble you've caused. I only ask that you do not lie to me. If you cause an innocent person to be judged unfairly because of some insipid lie, I will never forgive you. Edgy! Although allow me to say that I consider you to be among the innocent in this case, and that I will draw the real killer out. You can trust me on this. All right. This time I'll tell you the whole truth, okay? What happened? What didn't happen? The works. Just what happened will do. Now then, if you would please testify as to what you did up on the roof tonight. Up on the rooftop, click, click, click. This guy, he is a slimy. But up on the rooftop. Who's the imposter? Dun, 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 dun. You think I'll really like Investigations 2? TNT is your favorite game of all time. It's of all time of any game. It's a masterpiece for sure. Absolutely pie. Have you ever streamed the Ace Attorney series? If so, I'll definitely watch it if you want to do it. It's great. It's like, this is my time to shine, because I played these when they came out long ago in a distant land. And here's our foolish samurai warrior. And it's just been long enough, like almost 10 years for some of these games, over 10 years for a lot of other ones, that I've, in my mind, just forgotten most of the twists. So it's like I'm playing them for the first time all over again. It is great. You saw Larry vent. He did, though. One of the points of contention is that we saw him enter the chimney, or Detective Bad saw him enter a chimney. That's why he's sus. Apollo Justice was weird. It is weird. I think it's a good game. But again, if you take context into account, it's weird the fact that it comes after the trilogy. Like, looking back at it, I'd have to play it again to get a full opinion. But I do think that people were a little too harsh on it. Now that we have Ace Attorney 5 and 6 to compare it to, like, it's better than 5 at the very least. I don't have to play it again to know that. After the show, also, I'm voicing Larry like a Shaggy. Hopefully it's somewhat resemblant. After the show, I left the pushcart in the rose garden and came into the embassy. Then they took a picture of me shaking hands with the ambassador. After that, and until my next appearance, I had some free time, so I wandered around. That's when I spotted the chimney. A chimney like that is a rare thing, you know. So then I wanted to play Santa and decided to give it a try. Shaggy for Larry is perfect. I gave him that voice at the very beginning of Ace Attorney 1. I gotta stick to it. Larry, I thought I just finished telling you not to lie anymore. I just noticed that plant looks a lot like Alba. That plant right behind Edgeworth. Like, who's behind him? What the? It just looks like Alba. It's an ent. It's a tree man. It's the Lorax. He speaks for the trees. Don't lie. But it's kinda ultra embarrassing. And what exactly is so ultra embarrassing that you can't tell me? You have not streamed the trilogy, Pie. Oh, do it. Do it. It's a bit weird, and I know this from playing a lot of these games, how, like, you have to interrupt the story to talk with the chat, but I think I've found a good balance, a decent balance. I've got years of experience at this point. Edgy, man, I just said it was embarrassing, so of course I can't just blurt it out. So you're just gonna have to reason it out of me. As your superior, I command you to hurry up and expose this man's lie. I have every intention to, for I'm not about to let us waste time on such a trifling matter. He says, and yet, what, we'll be done with the investigation by like 4 hours into the stream? Up on the rooftop. Yeah, baby. Creepy plant. Every time Larry gets whipped, just Yellow Pikachu helps us imagine the screaming cowboy. Alright, I'm gonna do this slightly differently. I'm gonna try to actually find the contradiction in the least amount of presses possible. So, you spotted the chimney. Yeah, you just casually did, sure. Hold it. I should hardly think that chimneys are that rare. I mean, they kind of are in this part of the country. In actual Los Angeles. Agreed, especially since they are a traditional feature of American houses. Plus, Many grand buildings have even larger and fancier chimneys.
Yeah, but the kind of chimney I'm talking about is the really romantic type.
Oh? A romantic chimney?
It might sound kinda silly, but women seems to really enjoy them. And I just had a good feeling about that chimney.
Elucidate, please. Don't, but do.
I decided to play Santa and give it a try.
You suddenly wanted to play Santa. Look, Larry, I know that you idolized Tim Allen back in our childhood, but you don't have to reenact the plot of the Santa Claus. That involved a murder.
Oh, well, actually, I dressed up as Santa once before already. That was down at Gourd Lake.
I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't dredge up such unnecessary memories for me.
Yeah, okay. Edgeworth remembers Gourd Lake a little more traumatically than Larry does.
Sounds like you guys share a lot of memory, a lot of history. A perk to being childhood friends, huh?
A perk, maybe you could say.
Besides, it's not a felony to dress up and play Santa, you know. Santa doesn't go around killing people after he comes down a family's chimney, after all.
I see you haven't watched The Santa Claus.
Actually, is it worth delving into whether or not playing Santa is a big deal?
Always.
Actually, I believe in the case of this man, playing Santa is actually quite a big deal. Are you saying that your buddy isn't exactly made of Santa quality stuff?
Oh, I'm saying that 110%.
Precisely. You hit the nail on the head, Agent Lang.
Hey, Edgy, that's so incredibly mean.
Shut up, Nail. Tell me something, Larry. Did you know that Santa's job is to deliver presents to people all over the world?
Poor Larry. That's what I'm saying. He's a sleazeball, but he's so pathetic I can't help but feel sorry for him. It's weird how his character just evolved to this over time. Maybe devolved?
Of course I know that. I did graduate from junior high, you know.
What's with Santa Claus in junior high?
In that case, it's your turn to tell me something. I want you to tell me, what is the identity of Santa Claus's wife, Mrs. Claus? I want you to tell me to whom you were delivering a present to.
I was, delivering a present to a child, not basking in the glow of love.
In a foreign embassy.
That must be the most elegant description of you I've ever heard. But a lie is still a lie.
Oh!
Saying Larry had a bad childhood. Oh!
It hurts extra because Edgeworth knows Larry's childhood.
You sure know how to kick a guy when he's down, you know that?
In any case, the person you wished to deliver unto was most certainly this.
I don't think I have Mindy in my list, so we'll just present Wendy and hope that's good enough.
Interesting taste you have there, Mr. Suspect.
Don't spread lies about me. I totally didn't want to see Mrs. Oldbag so much that I tried to go down a chimney. Ow!
I advise you to stop right there in your bashing of a lady.
Uh-huh. If anyone will defend Oldbag, it's Francisca.
Oof. Well, I must admit that I myself hardly ever had that want to run into that lady. However, what if you were misinformed and under the wrong impression? Then what? Define wrong impression. I simply mean that the man before you thought to enter the old lady's room without knowing one very important fact. And that fact is best summed up with this. This piece of paper that says a different name than Oldbag thought it was. Here you go, take that. Larry, I'd like for you to take a look at this piece of evidence. Wait a minute.
No way! But it's not really all that important, is it? It's always like this. You're acting so high and mighty and then you bully me. That's why I refuse to look at it.
Be quiet and just take a look.
Well, if you say so, Francie, but only because you say so.
Some people never change, even if their attitudes do change at the whim of women.
Can I not take a penalty, please?
So, what's up with that anyway?
Why, it's proof that you never even knew existed, of course.
Oh, is that all? Well, I don't need it right now, so I'll just give it back to you.
I'm 2 steps ahead. Tends to happen.
Do-ba-ba-do-do-do-do.
Oops. There was a more literal way to prove that. Got it. I used the wrong evidence. I need to think this through one more time. You need to know one very important fact. And that fact is summed up with literally this piece of paper.
Take that!
This is something the old lady received from her employer for the night. The girl who normally plays the Pink Princess, Mindy, was it again? It seems that this man is quite taken with that actress.
Hold it! Well, that's not true, Edgy.
Huh?
She's the one with the hots for me. I just know it. I can feel her sexy beam piercing my heart when she's watching me. Sexy beam!
I don't remember that tokusatsu attack. Here, how about you take the brunt of this attack, Larry? But
Sexy beam!
that's what happens when you combine the special beam Kamen Rider, the special beam cannon with sexy no jutsu from Naruto.
Sexy beam, I tell you!
Never say sexy beam again.
You filthy, despicable, inconsiderate, fickle, idiotic, and cowardly apparition of a man! You haven't matured at all since we last met.
I mean, that's not surprising.
Hey, Mr. Prosecutor.
Yes?
This guy, he's got bigger problems than just getting involved in murders, I take it.
Yeah, I suppose you could put it that way.
Hey! What the heck, man? I don't get you guys at all. Why do you all have to make me out to be some sort of bad guy?
To return to the original topic,
I propose that at least this much has been made clear. Without any knowledge that Miss Mindy had fallen ill, Larry tried to make his way into the Pink Princess's room. That much we know for sure.
Sexy beam!
I'm gonna pull that attack out next time. Just you wait. Prepare for it. I'm gonna make a new channel point redemption.
Sexy beam!
Hey, Edgy. Looks like I got the hang of this court thing now.
We're not in court. But we're not in court at the moment.
Shut up! I see what's going on here. And it looks just like what you do in court.
I guess old boy here still has something he'd like to say. Lang Z says, until the root of the tongue dries, one never knows the whole truth. Dry your tongue! Dry it! You shouldn't form conclusions until everything is out in the open, which is why I'll listen.
How do you know it's not a lie?
All right, then get ready to listen to me defeat Edgy in a battle of wits.
A battle of wits? More like drag me down to your level and beat me with experience. Larry, have you forgotten that should I lose, your victory prize will be your arrest? Apparently. What? The dumb look on his face. Come on. He got issues. He's got more issues than Sports Illustrated. Larry's assertion. So you think that... Stop trying to imitate me. It's rude.
So you think that all I wanted to do was go visit Mindy?
Yes.
Well, I dressed up as Santa and climbed up to the chimney, but the smoke was really thick.
You dressed up as Santa.
Yuck. It was a case of mistaken identity, and that mistake made me late for the speech. Then to top it all off, I became a suspect in a murder. That's what you really meant? But why would I ever put myself through so much humiliation on purpose, man? Hey! Someone say something!
What was the point of that? Larry, are you seriously trying to submit this, not as a confession, but as testimony?
So what if I am? Was there something wrong with that? My claim is a claim claiming my claim. Do you have a problem with that?
Yes, I object to that. That was objectionable.
So it was you! You're my stalker! But I should warn you, it doesn't matter what kind of flattery you throw at me.
It's true. He's not Edgeworth.
I'm the devoted type of woman. As long as Edgy was alive, I can't just drop in and be unfaithful. I was tempted a little tiny bit of that wolfman love for my Edgy boy. A special flying gun.
Wait, Wolfman. Wolfman. Old bag, you're married still. Also, yeah, go for Lang. I'm sure he'll love him. I'm sure he'll love it.
Ah, I'm so inspired.
You're such an inconsiderate, cowardly, idiotic, and all-around completely worthless man. What happened? What happened? Is this real? Is this happening right now? In the span of like an hour, we've seen Larry and Old Bag appear, and this everything turned into a complete and utter. Whoa. Larry's only salvageable if they replace his personality and his morals. Yeah, I don't know if he's ever gonna get character development. It's kind of his thing at this point. That's kind of sad. I don't know. Apparently he has his fans. I'm just gonna say, maybe the people who made Apollo Justice were right to just start over from scratch, basically. Maybe. We're done with these characters, especially after Miles Edgeworth Investigations 2. We need a new cast. Maybe keep Phoenix, that's about it. And Edgeworth. I thought I hit... And the judge. Always keep the judge. And Francisca. And Gumshoe. Bring back Gumshoe. And Missile. Always have Missile. I thought I heard something ominous just now, but perhaps it was just my imagination. I believe there is nothing further for me to prove at this point. Gumshoe. Gummy. We can at least enjoy his presence in this game. What do you mean? Of course you still got something to prove. You still have to show some proof that I was trying to meet up with Mindy. Proof, you say? Remember, Edgy? Everything is evidence in court, right? I mean, there was the whole thing about evidence law from game 1, but we kind of threw that out the window. You mean evidence is everything in court, Larry, but I understand your point. Yeah, see? I'm totally a pro at this now. I mean, you're doing as well as Phoenix Wright in his first case. First. Very well, if you wish to see the evidence. To be fair, in that case, he was defending you. Let me show you the last piece of evidence you will ever wish to see. Dun da da da. But, Larry's assertion. So you think all I wanted to do was go visit Mindy? Well, I dressed up as Santa, blah 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 blah, smoke was thick, mistaken identity, made you late for the speech. Top it all off, you give me a suspect. Okay, I want to say the point about Mindy specifically, because we got that evidence that says Wendy. Well, I have been saying that for a while now. After all, if not for that, then for what other reason did you wish to go down the chimney? Maybe he was cleaning it. You can't say that without any evidence. That's against the rules, Edgy. Thanks for keeping the prosecutor in line for me, Mr. Suspect. All right, okay. Have it your way, Larry. Have it your way. Get arrested. See if I care. I have the evidence, and if you wish to see it that badly, I can introduce you to Larry Evidence. Evidence, Larry. I'm sure you've met before. Ah, but it's not good to keep them waiting, my subordinate. Hurry and serve them already. Lies! Oh, lies, Edgy! But if you wish to lie, then by all means continue, because I'm ready to expose your lie at a moment's notice. Ah! You won't get the better of me! Now let's see! Okay, does anybody want to see me press any one of these statements before I just show evidence? Because I think I can just present the Wendy Mindy letter to the first thing. Wendy. You know, if Old Bag weren't here, this wouldn't be a problem. If Larry wasn't here, there wouldn't be a... Can you change your name? I mean, you're allowed to. A name is just what you call yourself. Do it. Be who you truly are. And do whatever you can to dissociate yourself from Old Bag. Alright, letter from a stalker.
Objection!
No. Of course not. Larry, don't even think about denying that you have knowledge of this letter. Hey! What a wonderful kind of day when we can learn to love and play and get along with each other. Why are you showing that thing to me? Wendy, I'll be descending on you from above tonight. Your loving night. Then isn't that just romantic? Isn't this romantic? But you won't be able to descend on her from above, will you, Mr. Loving Knight? I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't remember a thing.
Objection!
You can pretend to be ignorant all you'd like, but it's written right here. Who's pretending? This letter proves that you were not out to meet the old lady, but rather that you were attempting to pay Miss Mindy a visit. What part of this letter shows that the person intended to meet was Mindy? Why am I bothering to do this? It's so obvious. It's attorney, please. Larry, I suggest you take up penmanship lessons. I wonder what this looked like in Japanese. That is, it might have been like a different kanji that ends up turning into Old Bag's name. If you never wish to experience this level of embarrassment ever again...
Oh, what the heck? What are you talking about? Speak English!
You wrote Mindy so sloppily that it became Wendy to the average eye.
Hey, stop picking on me. It's so embarrassing!
There. Isn't that what childhood friends are for? They're the very best, aren't they? I mean, for punching, but that'll have to wait until we're off of this crime scene.
Ah! Edgy, save me from the scary man!
Sure, if you're willing to make amends, starting with your incredibly embarrassing mistake.
That wasn't me!
Come again?
It's a fake! Someone's out to get me, so they made that fake letter to set me up!
Alright, DNA test it. I don't know, do whatever you need to. I'm sure there are traces of butts on here. Accept your defeat graciously.
But you guys are being so mean!
No, you can't use that music. You're not allowed. You can only use it in cases of actual sadness. Stop it. Stop it right now. I said cut the music! There, thank you.
Hold it!
Penmanship analysis. Oh, what's that? No matter who, all people have certain unique features to their handwriting. Ergo, all we have to do is compare the handwriting in this letter to a sample of yours, and we'll know soon enough who it was that sent this letter.
I'll never write another thing in my life!
Hold it!
Too late, you did. Tisk, tisk, tisk. It's no use, Mr. Loving Knight. It's no use. Nameless Inversion, what's up? Wow, is that the Steel Samurai, hero of Neo Old Tokyo? No. You can see right here. It's Steel Samurai Daddy, the married man of Neo Old Tokyo. He settled down. He took Guile's advice. Go home and be a family man. You know, I respect him for it. How you doing? Hope you're well. For you've already graciously provided me with a sample of your handwriting. Right here. This autograph and our mysterious letter. If we compare the handwriting, we'll know the answer to our question soon enough. Confess now, Larry, to your miserable failure.
I'm sorry! I did it. It was me causing trouble again. I admit it. You hit the nail right on the head, Edgy.
So, he finally confesses. You know, it honestly didn't take too much time. Mostly because I just went straight for his lies. If anybody in this game is such a transparent liar, it's Larry. Thank goodness. Even I can figure it out.
I saw the princess being carried around in a stretcher and got worried, all right? I wanted to go into Mindy's room, but the doctors wouldn't let me in. So what choice did I have? It was the chimney or bust, Edgy.
Your mind jumped from the door to the chimney? What a criminally overactive imagination. You didn't even try to use the window. There was a branch sticking right into it.
Well, at least I was honest and wrote Mindy a letter and stuck it under the door. That way she wouldn't be so shocked when I came down through the chimney.
Except for the fact that the letter was an utter failure at conveying said sentiment.
I'm really, really sorry.
Larry, you may be a shameful, good-for-nothing blight on the face of humanity. Oof! Now we can use the music. What else do I have? You know what? This fits. However, I always knew you weren't the killer. I told you to trust me. Because at the very least, I can attest to that about you. Why are we treating this like a victory? I don't feel like I've won anything.
Edgy, here.
Ah! We've lost a lot of valuable time because of you. For all we know, like, Callisto U is just escaping as we speak.
Ow!
Yep. In any case, I believe we can say that we know now exactly what happened. Mr. Larry Butt sought to climb down the chimney. Not for access to the crime scene, but to enter the room of the elderly lady next door. Oh, hold it! Great job, Mr. Prosecutor. I feel like we're getting nowhere with this case. Like, we came here to investigate the Itagarasu, and we've proven 2 of our friends innocent, I guess. But we still don't know exactly what happened. Although, I still find it a bit unbelievable that the 2 of you are friends. Long story. He owed me money, like $35. But the suspicion on that guy over there isn't completely resolved yet, so don't get any funny ideas about running it off, okay? Victory music. It's not over yet. Not yet, Snake. Oh! Hey! What? Edgy! What does the Wolfman mean when he says I'm not off the hook yet? He means that the murder weapon. Larry, did you forget? There were 2 layers of suspicion hanging over your head. That's exactly what I mean. We can't only rely on the words of the suspect, after all. We may have figured out where he was and what he was doing all night. But the blood-stained samurai sword that was left at the crime scene, as long as there's no satisfactory explanation for that, this wolf will refuse to ease up on his bite. Please stop biting the butts. It's not good for your hygiene. Edgy! That guy! He looks like he's seriously about to take a bite out of me! It's the same way that Old Bag looks at Edgeworth. Ugh. I'm well aware, and you should be as well, that this upcoming battle will be crucial. Thanks to the cooperation of our lovely Bumbler, I've been dealt a very nice hand and a sweet trump card. Looks like we're about to enter the final bout. Now, Mr. Prosecutor, let's see what you got. I can easily point out the contradiction with the supposed murder weapon. But the real problem is me figuring out what the real murder weapon is. This will be a high-stakes gamble. But this is one game I can't afford to lose. If he's actually innocent, he's fine. Let me guess, at some point it'll be like, oh, he must have used the spear. But wait, the spear is bent. But wait, you can't prove the spear was bent at the time of the murder. Why, Larry? Why, Larry? That's just what I ask. That's what I ask now, in general. Why? I was the one who found the body of the victim, Damask 2. Finally, a testimony that's not all bupkis. Beside him was the samurai sword, glittering red and offering up the scent of blood. That's not how he died, though. It was supposed to be in the Steel Samurai's dressing room, but I found it here instead. Plus, I found the murder weapon's owner, the suspect, Larry Butts, in here too. Wait, he was here? Isn't it a bit far-fetched to accuse someone simply on the basis of ownership? But this owner wanted to sneak onto the crime scene. I think that's plenty to go on, don't you? You're alluding to his reason for being by the chimney. We've already established that. Yeah, there was a Damask too. Mr. Kashino! Spoilers, he never becomes important. Look at him, they gave him a face and everything. Sure? Okay. They just wanted to make a reference to a character from the trilogy. That's about it. Hold on there, Mr. Prosecutor. You 2 are longtime friends, right? Again, probably not allowed in an actual court of law. Conflict of interest, something like that. Who's to say you didn't fabricate the evidence to give him an alibi? You're accusing me of fabricating evidence? Wow, Edgeworth fabricating evidence? It's not like he's It's not like there's been rumors about that specific thing for his whole career. You think I can believe anything you produce? Forging evidence is all you prosecutors do. No, I just make multiple autopsy reports. Until I get the result I want. If that counts as forgery, may I be struck by lightning! Maybe not. This man has some serious issues with prosecutors. But come on! I can't think of something as complicated as that! Right, Edgy? Larry, I can agree. Because I know you and your personality well, and your brain, or lack thereof. However, Agent Lang knows nothing about you, or me for that matter. I sense his hatred for my entire profession emanating from his entire being. Maybe I should have become a defense attorney after all. Updated autopsy. One of the rare instances where they make a character with realistic facial features. Yeah, like usually it's all characterized. I mean, it's still kind of a caricature. But say, compared to... Look at this. Look at this man. Look at how smug he is. Nobody looks like that. He looks like a DreamWorks character, dude. You now realize he's a pun on casino. I don't know why, but sure, why not? He goes to the pachinko parlor. The only way I can prove Larry's innocence is to present irrefutable evidence. I will submit the evidence. Why, Larry? Why? Why? I found the body. Beside him was the samurai sword. Let's talk more about that. Excuse me, but glittering red and offering up the scent of blood? You are romanticizing the crime scene, dude. Maybe Lang is, a bit into his job. Do I have to spell it out for you? I mean the sight and smell of blood, of course. And according to the tests, the blood on the sword belongs to the victim. The sword was made to only be used on stage, so it's not sharp. But it is pretty weighty. It's certainly heavy enough to beat someone to death with. So he is arguing that it's bludgeoning. Ha! Which leads me to believe that the victim was beaten to death with a sword. Beaten to death, huh? By the way, Lang, you're working with Francisca. Don't you know that she's a prosecutor too? Oh! That's it. Lang's finished. He should just quit. Boo, romanticizing murder. In my investigation game? This last statement is too important to just let slip by. I suspect he beat the victim to death with that thing. About the samurai sword, have you received a report from forensics yet? Yeah, how do you know it's his blood? They confirmed that the blood on the sword belongs to the victim? Well, never mind then. I guess I'm the fool. Alright, but have they confirmed that the outline of his wound is consistent with the weapon? Tell me something. Do you see the dead body right there in front of you? So, if they were conducting the autopsy right now, shouldn't that body not be here? Well, I just like autopsy reports. I suppose so. I guess they still must be investigating this room. Meaning that it's possible he doesn't know about that piece of evidence's true nature. Anything else you'd like to chit-chat about? No? Good. Let's continue. Murder? In my Owl Express? Oh boy. If you guys like Hat in Time, there is a mod that, you know, if you like Ace Attorney, you might like Danganronpa. And some of the later episodes of that mod involve voice acting, and you might recognize the person who does the voice of Crow Agent Watch, something like that. Or the voice of one of the conductors. Yes, multiple conductors. Don't ask me why, it's very complicated. Oh boy. It's me. It's me. Go check the credits. If you know the mod, go check the credits. I'll wait. The guy who does the mod, he saw me stream some of the earlier episodes of that and asked me to be the official voice for those characters when he actually got voice acting all set up. So that's cool, I guess. I haven't actually played the rest because they kept getting longer and less feasible to stream. But hey, I can put that on my voice reel, I guess. Anyway, let's see. There's something here that is not what we think it is. It bothers you that you tried to make it look like the protagonist is hated, but then Lang versus Edward doesn't make sense if he's working with Francisca. It really doesn't. It ends up just looking like he hates Edgeworth specifically for not a real reason. Oh boy. Now, let's see. Maybe there's something weird about the statue. Maybe he was beaten to death with something else. Something else? Oh, wait. Maybe it's not weighty. Maybe because the samurai sword is a prop just like the spear, if he actually used it to beat him, it would have bent. Objection! Got it. Lang gets more backstory in the sequel. Oh, that's intriguing, actually. I'd like to know more about Lang. Heck yeah. I'll save it for when I play that, but oh, that sounds cool. I'm more excited to play the second game now. Do you know what this is, Agent Lang? It's a long spear, right? We used to use those a lot in my country a long time ago. Piercing, mowing people down. Musical numbers starring Eddie Murphy. Course, you must be swift as the roaring river, something like that. Ah, my favorite. Spears are the weapon of heroes throughout history. Danganronpa Hat in Time. Wow. You're blind for investigations too. Looking forward to it. Me too. We'll see what's going on there. Maybe there's something that I'll miss. Maybe you guys know more than I do, even if I do play it. That's the beauty of streaming it. We got a collective mind going on. It's the next most effective weapon after the whip. What about a gun? I think the whip is in a slightly different category. Hey, I mean, Soul Calibur basically is going on. Let's do it. Francisca versus the Steel Samurai. So, what's your point? Are you going to tell me that the spear is the real weapon? No, I simply want you to take a look at this section here. The way it's bent? Precisely. Apparently a certain troublemaker hit it against a wall in this embassy earlier. And as you can clearly see, the insides of the Steel Samurai's weapons are hollow. In other words, they're replicas that aren't strong enough to deliver a damaging blow, let alone the multiple strikes necessary to bludgeon someone to death. And yet there is not even a dent in the samurai sword. How do you explain that? Yeah. The sword and the spear are made of the same stuff, so they bend easily. But I wish they'd make them out of better stuff, because the spear got bent. Yeah, but then it'd be an actual weapon, though. I wasn't able to do my special early summer rain jab move. Man, I got such an earful from the director of the play for not doing it in the show. The Steel Samurai special move was changed tonight because of him? He was literally talking about how he thought it was weird that the sushi slice was used. He is such a fanboy. Wise isn't blind. What's up, Wise? I see you just have an eye patch. You're only half blind. What's up, Wise? How you doing? Youch! That's more than enough your whiny whimpering. Now, back on topic of the spear. Yes, let's return to the real topic of discussion. This is where the real gamble begins. I don't have a real strategy per se. I'm just winging it, like a certain defense attorney. So all I can do now is let the chips fall where they may. And right now, about this time is where if this was Phoenix, he'd be like, but I have to believe. I have to believe in my client. If he's actually innocent, this will all fall together exactly the way it needs to. Using guesswork and taking risks in place of real logic is hardly the Von Karma way. It's neither smart nor very clever. Miss Von Karma, as you know, unlike your father, I am not a genius prosecutor. Plus, I doubt his record of a 40-year win streak will ever be broken. But perhaps it's for the best if it remains unbroken. But no one should have conceived of the notion to convict all defendants in the first place.
Objection!
What are the chances that everybody's guilty? If they just say everybody's guilty, what's the point of a trial? What a foolishly foolish statement from a foolish fool who hates to lose. It's the job of a prosecutor to make sure that all defendants are found guilty in court. There's nothing more important in this world than a perfect victory. That may be your opinion. However, I don't believe that's all we are. What? A prosecutor with a conscience? A brain? What is this? Langji says this should be impossible. As a prosecutor, what I pursue is not the perfect victory, but the perfect truth. And if that means that the bridge I must cross will crumble beneath my feet. I mean, Phoenix has done that. It was on fire, too. Then let it crumble as I walk on towards the truth. Wow, that's poetic. Wow, you interrupted him. You're good at keeping me entertained, Mr. Prosecutor. But you know, humans are delicate creatures. The slightest bump and we expire. Bump of chicken, what? I'd like you to consider, if you will, the possibility that the sword was used in such a way that the attack killed the masked second without bending it. But no! So, what do you think of my hypothetical scenario?
I have to believe in my client, says the blue spiky man.
I think you know what to do here, right? And what you need? Of course! What I need is evidence even Agent Lang can't refuse. This is it. It's time to bring this to a close! It's time to duel! Why, Larry, Part 2? Not seeing that in theaters. It's possible to use the samurai sword to kill someone, and under these circumstances, it's the only logical conclusion. We searched the embassy, top to bottom, but the victim's blood is only on that weapon. So isn't it only natural that suspicion would fall into the owner of said weapon? Is there anything else with blood on it, though? I wonder if we see... You know, I have an idea. Stretch. I have an idea. Isn't it only natural that suspicion would fall into the owner of said weapon? How long do you intend to cling onto that preposterous theory? As long as I want, because we've examined every corner within the walls of this embassy. There's no stone we left unturned. Where's the Why Larry trilogy? You know what, the movie has never made that much money, so the third entry had to be written out in manga form, and even then the author never published it because they tragically passed away while it was still being drawn. So sad. So sad. Oh well. I'm sure the plot was written down somewhere. I think, like, the author of One Piece, for as long as the story's been going, he's already had the entire plot line outlined out, at least, so that if he were ever to pass while the story was still in progress, someone could read his outline and get a gist of how it was supposed to end. That way he's not leaving behind a totally incomplete thing in his legacy. That's actually really clever of him, I think. And it actually proves out that he is going somewhere with the story. For, again, as long as One Piece has been going on, I think it's like the series with the most number of books in Japanese literature, period. Something like that. It has some sort of record like that. So, to know that he has a plan is kind of astounding. We have managed to come up with only one logical conclusion. That the only place inside this embassy with the victim's blood on it is the sword. Only place in this embassy that you know of, Lang. You left no stone unturned. Is that a fact? Not so fast! Not so fast! If you've got something to say, then say it in the only way I respect, Mr. Prosecutor. Yes, of course. In that case, allow me to make it all crystal clear for you. Brother! Ba-ba-ba-no. Ba-ba-ba-no. Let's press this one. I have a good feeling about it. The only place where you could find blood was on the samurai sword? That's right, even with luminol. Which means that there are no other possibilities outside of what I've already outlined. Do I have a problem with Agent Lang's assertion that the samurai sword is the weapon? Yes. Yes, I do. If you believe that there is no other door or possibility left to open, then allow me to force one open for you. Metaphors! And how do you plan to do that? With this crowbar! By showing you what may possibly be the real murder weapon. Oh, wait a minute. The real murder weapon? I hate to repeat myself, but my men have already searched every last inch of this embassy. They've concluded that nothing else could have been used as the weapon. Knowing these facts, do you still want to press forward with your little hypothesis? Of course! Because it's not possible that your men inspected everything in their investigation. Dun 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 dun! What are you talking about? I don't appreciate mind games, and I don't appreciate it when people like you slander my men. I'm not slandering them, I assure you. I'm merely pointing out that they suck. Ooh! That their investigative dragnet has a few holes in it. More metaphors. Do you think Edgeworth just, like, thinks of these ahead of time? That's what he does when he just sits on his couch and drinks his tea? Like, witty comebacks to use in every possible situation? I bet he does. I bet he reads like mystery novels and hopes for the day where he encounters himself in a situation that closely matches something he's seen before. Let's go. Crowbar. It was the Atagarasu. It's a crowbar. It has 3 legs. Ew. That doesn't sound like a very effective tool. Hold it. More like chicken bar. Namely that there's someone your men couldn't even lay a finger on. That item is the real murder weapon. Alrighty then. You know, Lang does kind of resemble... Hold on. I think you might know where I'm going with this. Do. Maybe not. Maybe not as much as it was in my head. But doesn't he? Kind of, maybe, not really at all. Remind you of Ace Ventura? No, just me. Maybe not. Like, if he was serious. No? Okay, never mind. Never happened. Forget about it. Alrighty then, I'll play along for now. This real weapon that killed the Mask II. What exactly is it? A little similar. Thank you for indulging me, Pie, but you don't have to lie. Oh, lie, pie. Let's see. Nobody can touch the statue because it is sacred, or something like that. The national treasure of Alabast. You mean the Primaduck statue? Yes, and as you know, only the ambassador and his secretariat may touch it. Which I believe means that neither you nor your men were able to examine it, correct? You know very well that if we did that, there'd be an international incident between the Kingdom of Alabast and the Republic of Babao. The 2 countries' precarious relationship teeters in the balance over a stupid fight related to a sovereignty statue. But I'll be damned if Oh, they said the damn word in a video game? What? This game is rated M, by the way? That surprised me. Wait, I don't know if all the Phoenix Wright games are rated M, but let me check. It surprised me to find out. Because I only knew this because when you digitally download Ace Attorney 5, and I guess the Nintendo eShop does this. Okay, it's rated T. Never mind. Ace Attorney 5 is rated M. When you download a digital game on the eShop that's rated M, it has to warn you and say like, make sure you're over 17 because this game is for adults only, it's rated M. And I'm like, wait, are other games in the Ace Attorney series rated M? Hold on, let me check the trilogy. Ace Attorney Trilogy. Rated M for egg. Egg. So first Phoenix Wright rated T. Phoenix Wright Trilogy is rated... What is it rated? I can't find what it's rated. There's box art, but it's fan-made. Yeah, I can't tell. Okay, maybe it's just... Is it just Ace Attorney 5 that's rated M? Why? I'll be dead if I let something go unexamined. Agent Lang, if you could take a look at this. Oh, Dual Destinies is the only one rated M. That is so odd. There's barely anything in there that would warrant it, though. What? I'm gonna look it up. Why is it rated M, I wonder? ESRB Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. Not even Spirit of Justice, huh? Violence, blood, suggested themes, and language. What is suggestive about it? Is it the time where Apollo tied up Athena? Maybe? No? The direction the statue is facing just before and after the crime are different. And there is only one conclusion I can draw from that. Go look for Ambassador Alba and get him to give us the okay to examine the statue. Shifu, you can't listen to this infidel's words. He is most definitely trying to trick you. Shifu, please, let's be reasonable about this. Rational. The wolf comes out. Langzi says, just go already. Yes, sir. Let's go. Shifu. Yeah? I'm really sorry, sir, but I was unable to convince the ambassador. I was unable to obtain the permission for us to examine the Primaduck statue.
Huh. I see.
Right! But then, the investigation is at a standstill. Agent Lang, I will go and speak with the ambassador personally.
Save your breath. He may act all weak and frail, but that old man's one tough cookie. It's an old, stale cookie. It's so hard you can't even bite into it. But I guess you gotta be tough when you're representing a whole country, you know. Agent Lang, what do you want? Let's just hurry up and examine the statue already.
Wait a Oh, he's on our side. We're gonna do it anyway.
Wolf, 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 wolf.
But Shifu, what about causing an international incident?
Dun 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 dun.
What has Bad been doing this whole time? He just gave us that one piece of testimony, basically. Yes, all this wacky stuff happened with Bad just in the corner. Almost tripping over Damas II. Eh.
Quiet! I'll take the fall if I have to later.
Wow! That's a man truly devoted to justice. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but someone's after your girl. Lady Justice! She is blind.
Agent Lang, the hypothesis is mine, so if someone is to take the responsibility, let it be me. Responsibility? If I'm going to talk in such heavy terms, maybe I should let you. It'd be a real problem for my men if something were to happen to me. All right then. Less talk and more investigating. If we want to know the truth, we can't stop here. Action must be taken. Agent Lang, I'd like to run a chemiluminescence test on the statue. Chemiluminescence! That's a $5 word. Let's spell it. CHEMILUMINESCENCE? Chemiluminescence? Sorry, that's wrong. I was in a spelling bee as a kid. And if you know me, my mind just trailed off in the middle of spelling a word. It was something simple. Like, I think the word was shimmer. And I just don't know where I was in the word. Like, in my mind, I already spelled it out. Like, SHIMMER. But, like, I think I just said, like, MER. Like, my mind thought I already said SHI. It was really sad. Because when my class was enrolling me in the spelling bee, like I had won the class spelling bee, so they had faith in me. When I came back to the classroom, there was a big like "Congratulations, Chris" banner written out and painted out, and they just kind of put it away, and the rest of the day was very uneventful. No, that's wrong. A luminol test. Good thinking. They cut the statue open to reveal it was a cake all along! I guess that meme never stopped. Don't bite into it. It's a bad cookie. That's why it's rated M. Really? Because of the tied up thing? Okay. Okay, Athena. Okay. If the statue is the murder weapon, then some of the victim's blood should be on it. Okay! Let's get the forensics team in here. Oh. Looks like you hit the jackpot, Mr. Prosecutor. I guess this means that this is the real weapon that killed Damas II. Indeed. But I wouldn't celebrate yet if I were you. This doesn't let your friend off the hook. He might still get cooked. It doesn't prove that he didn't kill Damas II, so the charge remains. We are hardly done examining the statue, Agent Lang. Knowing that it is the real weapon, I believe further examination is required. You think so? Okay then. Knock yourself out. Ooh, I be looking. Oh, there is a 3D model for this thing. Look, it's so fancy. Can I like shift it up? It really looks like the Steel Samurai. Huh. Upon a closer inspection, it really does look a lot like the Steel Samurai. That's what I said, Edgeworth. Hey, maybe that's why they chose him to be the Goodwill Ambassador. It kind of looks like the Steel Samurai, but as a centurion instead of a samurai. I actually can't discredit that hypothesis. Or maybe the people at this embassy just really, really like the Steel Samurai. Also a possibility. That's absolutely preposterous. I don't think it's that unlikely. We mustn't go around announcing people's opinions. Liking the Steel Samurai is perfectly valid.
any age. And yet, look at how easily you discredited mine. Not that I care why they chose him. We're not talking about this anymore, Francisca. Bodhi, is this a shield or a hat? There's a shield on his back. I wonder if that's supposed to mean his back is covered. Oh. Oh. Whoops. Did I see the thing you said after the spoiler message? We need the only messages I see from you in the chat are DD is the only one rated M, and then no messages, and then that's why it's rated M. Let me check. Yeah, was it older than that? I don't see another message. I did not see another message. I guess I didn't see it. It might be that, like, Twitch is bugging out and I'm not getting some messages. That's been happening recently. So I apologize if you actually, like, explained it out to me.
Langsy says those with a shield on their back deflect all enemies behind them. It means that he's ready for any blindside attacks that may come his way.
Agent Lang, there's no need to attach overly complex meanings to such a simple thing.
You didn't seem to get Langsy's saying, so I was just explaining it to you.
The saying itself is what I was referring to when I said overly complex, you know. Alright, only one place of the statue left to check. Zoop! Handprint! I must have forgotten about Case 5 of Dual Destinies. I absolutely did. Absolutely did. I remember Dual Destinies, I just don't remember, like, everything in whatever order. By Case 5, you probably mean the last one, huh? There is some messed up stuff that happens in Case 5, I will say. I guess it's because of that, just the violence in general.
What do we have here? This dirty smudge, it looks like a handprint.
Right, Windy. Right. I see. Yeah, that would get a game rated M. Oh, this is unfortunate. Lang's laughing right after that. I'm the culprit. I'm not sus. I was doing tasks. I do see it now. Yeah, it's totally gone from my chat. I don't know if anybody else saw it. It's weird.
What's a definitive bit of evidence like you doing under here? Looks like we've got some fingerprints to analyze.
Worst case scenario, these prints belong to Larry. But it looks like it's too late for me to do anything about that now. He's innocent, right? He's innocent, right? It looks like a footprint. What kind of feet you be looking at, nameless inversion? Actually, don't answer that question. You can tell me later.
Hey, forensics guy! I want results on these fingerprints ASAP. You hear me?
Yes. Agent Lang, I have the analysis results, sir.
Good. And?
Sir, about the prints we left for the bottom of the statue.
They belong to ManokAdobo.
Well, you know the victim of the murder in the body's embassy? The prints belong to him, to Mr. ManokAdobo.
Oh, snap. Does that mean the statues were switched at some point? I had a sneaking suspicion, but I didn't want to get ahead of myself. So let's go ahead and inspect that statue, and we might find Mr. Kashi Noseblood on there. O-A-O-E-A-O. But that's... So, this is getting complex. I like it.
What's going on around here?
I'm clearly the culprit if I know that. No, I don't! Wait a minute, no! Oh, obviously it's a chicken claw print. No, now you're just trying to slander me. I plead the fifth.
No, that's
Impossible! Each Primaduck statue can only be handled by someone of that country. But by the very fact that Mr. Coach's fingerprints are on this one, it leads me to only one conclusion. This statue is actually Babal's Primaduck statue. Wait, but whose blood is it? Impossible! It can't be! Larry never once set foot on Babbly soil, so he was free to go. However, this new piece of information only served to confuse us even further. The ringleader of a smuggling operation was killed with an alabaster knife in Babal. And Damas II was killed on Alabastian soil with Babal's national treasure. And the mystery of the great thief, Yatagarasu, who visited both countries. The pieces were there, but I had yet to see the big picture they were to form. To be continued. And I'm sus. Alright, I did it. I admit it. Just vote me off so we can start a new game. Come on. We need to take a break anyway. You didn't see me do tests. I was in medbay. I was in the vent. I couldn't have done it. I was hiding in the vent from the real killer. Huh? Alright, okay. Wait a minute. This is a spoiler. We're doing this next week. Save right here. Yeah. The music, though. The music, though. We got a call there for tonight. Today is what? Today's Thursday? I'm, like... My schedule's all messed up because I usually don't stream on Wednesdays, but I did stream yesterday and today. Tomorrow is going to be the start of our spooktacular October month. Expect it, World of Horror, Resident Evil 4. It's gonna be great. Obviously, Damask was like, hey, Manny dude, cool statue. Let me trade you this knife for it. Oh, yeah, sounds good. Let me just deposit that knife in your neck. The killer was actually Vice. He admits to it. Lock away the key. Throw him in. Lock away the key. I'm getting sleepy. Let's see if there's any art. All right, here we go. I see the blue badger is still on fire. Good. It's an eternal burning flame. Spoopy. But yeah, we got a variety stream over here. So if you're new to the stream, I like to play many different games. We're currently working through a 100% run of Mario Sunshine. Working through this game, very close to the end, but also really far from the end. And doing whatever we can to be festive and celebratory in the meantime. So yeah, look out for that. Let's see if there's any art. If you ever have any fan art for the stream, inspired by the games I play, the games I am known to have played, or the chickeny nature of the stream, post it to the art section of the Discord, or tweet it at me and I will show it. Today we have one piece of art. I have not played Monster Hunter World, but I hear it's getting a new update pretty soon with a monster called the Fatalis. I think that's the story. And we got a piece of it from Soul Sapphire. Always a very clean art style. He's been working on improving his backgrounds, and I think he's done a great job. Check this out. Yeah? Of course, you know you gotta see it, Soul. If I ever forget to show it, by the way, because like I look at the Discord and try to see if there's like a new message blip on the stream art section, and if I've already read it earlier in the day, I might forget. So please let me know if I actually do forget to show art that's in there. But it's the piece of the Fatalis with a ruined castle in the background, I think based on the actual castle that the dragon appears in or something like that. I know nothing about the lore, but I did see him on stream making it a while ago, and look at that. Attention to like the three-dimensionality of the buildings themselves. Music, please. Music, please. Music. Go. Everybody go. Go. Everybody go. I'll play this instead. Yeah, very pog. Appreciate it. Love it. Good work as always. Can't wait to see what you make next. And yeah, it's really making me excited for Monster Hunter Rise. I do have that pre-ordered. I'm gonna play the heck out of it because it's got dogies and grappling hooks and whatnot. Gonna be great. Maybe, I don't know the story, maybe they added Fatalis as sort of an advertisement for Rise. Maybe it's a Rise monster. That's my theory, but it could be totally wrong. Yeah, Monster Hunter Risei. Monster Hunter Risei Kujikawa from Persona 4. Yeah! But yeah, that's the stream. Thanks for the art. It's really nice. I always love to see it. And yeah, let's see who you can raid. Let's see if we can raid. As always, if you haven't already, give me a follow on Twitch to catch me live next time I play this or any other game. Subscribe to the YouTube channel to catch past VODs, games I've played before. I have like 3 years of video archives on there, so, you know, lots of games in my repertoire. And Discord if you want to hang out after the stream. You know, cool people are there. I think cool people are there. And, yeah, Twitter if you want updates. Sorry, boys and gals, I'm the murderer. Murder! I think everybody's just guilty here. My only conclusion. Have a good night if you're going to sleep. I'm guilty of not getting enough sleep, so I will just sentence myself to bed. But not before we raid. Yeah. As always, if you're going, have a good night. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. Don't miss the thrilling continuation to this next week. Don't miss the stream tomorrow. Or do. Up to you. Whatever you do, have a good night and stay clucky.
Bye-bye.
Cluck, cluck.